We're here, guys. We're here. We're here. We're here. We're finally live. It's been ages. I've had to put through with trash, garbage, bottom of the barrel, useless domestic affairs because we all know that City are going to win the league. Well, Inter are doing some interesting things here, but I mean, we all know how things are going to end up. We all know it's going to be 10 in a row. We know PSG will do. We know what Bayern will do. And we know what City will do. But guys, this is the home. This is the house of the elites. This is where football arises. So, no Scunthorpes, no Granadas, no Braunschweigs, no Eiffel Tower FC. They're not allowed in this dojo. There's no Pescara. This is where the best of the best say what's up. And this is what proves that you are the best. This is the definition of Dodd. This is the degree of difficulty, man. And guys, over the next hour or so, we're going to have a conversation, guys. This is the Hangout. Anybody is allowed to come through, but remember, we have a 10-person maximum in this whole thing. So when there is a free space, I will allow you guys to come in. But guys, look, man, this is an open space. I've got my drink here with me. I've got my parties here with me. And guys, we're just going to chill. It's going to be really relaxing. I've got cool original Doritos. I've got parties and they don't pay me. It is what it is. Cut that freaking check, man. So
let me go get my food too. I'm coming.
Go get your food, my friend. Go.
Wait, let me go get my apple.
Yeah, man. No, guys. You should bring your because the Hangout is where we eat and talk. This isn't like a formal thing where yes, we're here to. No, this is chilled out. This is chilled out. So over the next hour or so, guys, we're gonna be digging deep into definitely the PSG Barcelona. Just talk about all of the different permutations and so forth, tactics, formations, approaches, looking at key players, and of course we'll discuss Liverpool, Red Bull, Leipzig. We'll discuss FC Porto against Juventus, and a game that I think is going to be a pretty interesting one. And I think when they pulled it out was Sevilla against Dortmund. But in that, I'm just so happy that this competition is back because, my gosh, man, we're actually going to now see competitive football. Because domestic football is cool and everything, but who's tuning in to watch a Barcelona Real Madrid against Alaves? Now, Alaves may say what's up to them, but that's because it's like best against the best. The best against the best, the very best against the best, the elite against the elite. And especially when we're now at the stage of the whole thing, which is the knockout stage, things get very, very real, man. So let's go straight off the bat. I'm not even going to build up, man. When last they met, the narrative was Argentina, France. When it ended, the narrative was Mbappe. It was almost seen as a passing over moment right now. Now, ideally, we should be super excited because what we should be talking about is Neymar against Messi. And we should be saying, oh my gosh, we are in for a feast. Who is going to outshine the other, Neymar or Messi? But Neymar ruined that. Neymar, he ruined our fun. He screwed things off. And I don't even want to mention him in this, but we'll have to mention him soon because we have to talk about how much it's going to affect PSG not having Neymar. But I want to just talk about the Mbappe Messi narrative because we know what Messi is going to do because Messi is very used to this stage and he normally shows up at this stage. This is a difference from Manchester because let's keep it real. Okay, he may have been younger and so forth, but when Mbappe during that Manchester night when United said what's up, it was people blamed that on Mbappe because they said that you were at home, you were the better team, you were in Paris, you had a multitude of opportunities and you messed them up. So let's start first with Wilton. So Wilton, do you think this really is more so about Mbappe against Messi? Or do you think this is more so about No. Let's focus on Mbappe Messi and we'll go to other players. I want to talk about Mbappe Messi. Do you think that Messi is going to remember that World Cup game and is going to seek revenge? And do you think Mbappe is ready to take upon the responsibility without Neymar in this game?
It's going to be a competitive game, but I don't. Yes, Messi might remember that World Cup game, but I don't see why that World Cup game would do anything because at the end of the day, Messi's going to try to win the game, and Mbappe, since Neymar is not there, he's their best player. So
no. But my thing though is that thing about that World Cup game is the talk was, Mbappe has surpassed Messi. Mbappe is not the new kid on the block, and especially because he went ahead and actually won the World Cup. So you don't think that will be playing even in the back of his mind at all? That
Yeah,
game.
yeah, of course, definitely, because Messi is a competitor.
Yeah,
So,
it's a sportsman.
so
Yeah.
yeah, so sports. So of course he's gonna go at Mbappe, and Mbappe is gonna go at Messi. So I expect a good game from them because I do think now since Neymar is not playing, I'm slightly favoring Barca to win this game. To be
No,
honest
but
with
then
you,
my thing though was that we know what Messi will do. Is Mbappe ready for that kind of responsibility of now you now have to be the guy in this game?
that's the thing. This is the game we're gonna find out is he a man now because against Manchester United, he did perform really well in the first leg, but in the second leg, he just forgot how to finish for some reason. And this is the game for him to prove to show that maybe he doesn't really need Neymar like to help him win those type of game. I still think he does, but if he somehow scored 2 Gs or help PSG beat Barca, we're gonna be looking at Mbappe in a different way because at the moment we're just saying Mbappe. Most people are saying he's a pace merchant. He needs Neymar because let's keep it real. He was a brick in the Champions League final.
No, no, no. See, that's what you have to understand. Like this, that is why you're making. This is a very big game for Mbappe. It's only the first leg. There is still a second leg. This is only 50% of the match. But as you said, pace merchants, kick and run. This is Neymar's team, and people have now said, "Oh, because Neymar is injured, it's not heavily favors Barcelona." So even more so, if he shows up and says what's up, that's going to be a very big, massive statement based on what people. Because see, what I don't want is I want this conversation to be saved. Because I don't want us to have revisions history saying, "Oh, PSG we're always going to win because we're the better team." No, 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 no. We have to all be agreed that as of right now, with Neymar injured, I would say at best it's 50-50. I
Yeah,
wouldn't say Barca
I
favorites. I'd
believe
say
so.
right now it's 50-50 without Neymar.
I believe so too because Neymar just brings a different dynamic to the team. Because I don't know if Mbappe is going to be able because nobody can do what Neymar does.
No, 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 no
So
one can. No.
Mbappe is going to have to step up. And if he shows up, we might be seeing Mbappe in a different. We might be talking about him like in a different kind of way because let's say Mbappe somehow score. He's the one that decides it. That's decided all. It's gonna be big for him. We might start looking at him in a different
All
way.
right, all right. Z-Man, talk to me, man.
When it comes to Mbappe, I think as a player he's competitive, just like
No, I mean,
Messi.
but do you
But I
think
don't think.
do you think there's going to be pressure? Do you think there's going to be pressure on him in this game because of
Uh,
no name Neymar? Do you think there'll be a bigger spotlight on him?
I mean, yes, there's going to be a bigger spotlight on the unity of the team as a team, as a collective can step up and not relying on one brilliant individual. And they're going to have to step up. And in terms of PSG chances, I still think they're slight favorites, just because with Neymar being out, they have lost a great individual. But what this will test is their unity because they need unity in order to win the Champions League. You can't have one man showing up every single time to save them. So I don't necessarily think that it's going to be reliant on only Neymar for them to win the Champions League at the end of the day. And I think with Neymar against Barcelona, he's going to have chances. It's not even about being clinical because with Barcelona, we don't have a center back pairing that Koeman really trusts. So he's going to have
But
chances. It's
but
about
but but here's no no
executing
here's the
one.
thing though, Z-Man. 100% right. So this way it just gets super interesting. Mbappe isn't a creator. You say he's going to get chances. How do you get chances? You have to supply. Mbappe is not a dribbler. Mbappe isn't like a Messi or a Neymar where given the ball, he'll carry the ball 20 yards, he'll beat 2, 3 guys and put it in the roof of the net. That's not what Mbappe does. So Mbappe needs someone to put like the goal, his second goal against Argentina, that was Giroud providing that. So the thing is that with Neymar out of there, and I don't think Di Maria is playing. So those are two creators, no Di Maria, no Neymar, and they say that Verratti may start on the bench. Who is going to create for Mbappe?
Yeah, yeah, but the thing about it is, if you watch their the last game, they had three front men that consisted of Mbappe, Icardi, and Moses King, and they had Julian Draxler behind him. So in any case, I think the whole point, I think what Mauricio's trying to do is make sure that Mbappe is not left alone by himself when they're going in attacking phase. So he'll have enough players to build up through the attacking phase, and he'll have enough moments to get those chances and not necessarily be the only chance available. So it's up to Mauricio. It's up to the way that Mauricio sets up his team. And I think at this point he has to go with a more defensive approach. He can't go with an attacking approach because of what PSG don't have. They don't have Verratti, a guy who could pick up passes from anywhere. They don't have a Neymar who's a maverick on the field who can really change things. So it comes down to the front three, and Draxler is going to have to step up, considering that Verratti's not going to be there.
Okay, well, we're going to expand more on that when we go and get deep into Barcelona, because people are saying about Busquets. Before I come to Marvelous, let me take some of these super chats from you lads. From Totally Awesome, thanks for the dub. Where's lead level Ludio? Hashtag baby Chester divided. I try to remind you people, these guys are clowns. They were never going to do anything. They were never in the freaking title race. From the Undisputed, what will excuses be when Black Gotze flops again? Undisputed, have respect to a World Cup winner. Have respect to a World Cup winner. Have respect to a project. Don't be rude to the Mbappe. Amateur Critic says Mbappe's PSG's fourth best at PSG. Neymar, Marco, and who the heck is ADM? Is that Marquinhos? I'm sure your
Angel Di Maria.
Di Maria is better than okay. That's wild.
What did he say? What did he say?
He said that Mbappe is PSG's fourth best player. Is that you see, this is why this game is so important.
He's on drugs.
Because let me tell you right now, people want Mbappe to fail so badly, and I think it's because of me. Ever since I put out that tweet saying that Mbappe at 19 surpassed Cristiano and Messi, there's been a target on his back, and then especially when he won his World Cup, people want this man to fail so badly. That is why my narrative. Marvelous, talk to me, man. The Mbappe Messi narrative, man. Does it exist? How much pressure is Mbappe under? Does Messi want revenge for getting pimp slapped at the World Cup?
In my opinion, that whole narrative only exists if you're an Mbappe fanboy or a Messi fanboy. I think these players themselves are more so focused on the magnitude of the tie and helping their teams progress.
No. It's not about them. It's not about these guys. Who cares about these guys? It's not about them. It's about, does the narrative exist? I never said that, are these guys playing into the narrative? I'm saying, does that narrative exist? And you can't tell me that somewhere in the back of Messi's mind, he's not thinking that, you know what, let me just remind this young buck who the real dude is. Let me just come in, 2 Gs, play amazing, dribble, score like a 40-yard free kick, and just go crazy. Say, Mbappe, yeah, you may have got me in 2018, but let me remind you who is your real daddy. That has got to be playing in his mind, man. Come on.
HH, I hate to tell you this, but in the past solid season, if there ever was a narrative, it's fallen apart completely. I don't think Messi gives two shits about Mbappe, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
I think Messi would have cared more about Neymar had Neymar been fit. But with how Mbappe has transitioned into just being a pace and power.
Easy, relax.
Okay, I'm sorry. But with how
but you're
Mbappe,
right, though. You're right.
Hasn't been as consistent and hasn't elevated in some way.
It's
I don't think
Marvelous.
the narrative.
It's a big game for Marvelous.
It's a big game.
It's a big game.
From Mbappe's perspective, I can see how it's an astronomical, huge game. But in Messi's perspective, I think he's more so concerned with preventing another embarrassment. What was the second part of your question? If you
no. So my thing is, Neymar missing. How much pressure is Mbappe under to perform? Because they always see, especially after the final, there always seems to be people waiting that says, This is the prodigy. Look at this guy. He messed up. Big guy. What has he done? And the claws always seem to be out for Mbappe. And I think you have to talk back at Manchester, man. That was painful. That was very painful because PSG were expected to win with a much better team, and Mbappe had many chances and he messed up. And
Buffon
the
messed up.
belief was, bro, Mbappe, man, you really flopped at home for PSG in a game that we should have won against Man United. So
Hey, Coach, to be fair, it was Buffon, wasn't it?
I 100% think the stage is set and all the pressure is on Mbappe in that first leg. The absence of Neymar only serves to magnify it. So Mbappe is going to be the man that PSG look for. Verratti's not going to be there for that first leg. Neither is Neymar. You can't count on Icardi. Angel Di Maria.
I'm coming with live chats. Is Verratti on the bench or is he not available? 'Cause I thought they said he's not fit, but he'll be on the bench. Is Verratti just not totally available at all? But continue.
I think Angel Di Maria will play a part, but the onus will be on Mbappe to find a way to unlock the defense and put PSG in a good position heading into the second leg. So 1,000%, the pressure is going to be on Mbappe. Wait. When people say things such as Verratti will start, are they saying it definitely, or are they saying it as fans just thinking, imagining?
People are just saying Verratti is expected to start. Verratti is fit. Verratti is expected to start. This is according to reports. Basically, look, guys, I'm saying I'm going to do a live preview an hour before the game. So that preview, we will have full confirmation of who will be starting. So this may be a last minute thing. So it may be a thing where that they're just going to just find out his fitness, and then a decision will be made literally like an hour before kickoff. So everything will be known Tuesday.
Di Maria is injured. So
Di Maria's out.
Okay, so Mbappe has to be that guy. He has to be.
Yeah.
There's no escape.
Okay. Eric, talk to me, man. Mbappe and Messi for this, man.
Yeah. I'm not sure what the narrative will be. I'm assuming I think Messi will always be the focus. I think people will always look at Messi and say, what's he going to do? Is he...
So they won't look at Mbappe?
No, I don't think they look at Mbappe like that.
Wait. Why not though? Because he with Neymar gone, no Neymar, no Di Maria, who is PSG's star player. I'm not saying that they're going to look at him in the same regard as Messi, because Messi has earned his stripes and done what he's done. But you have to have a main guy. This isn't like Bayern Munich that is a team. This is a superstar conglomerate. So you saying that Mbappe isn't going to be a guy that has to step up makes no sense if there's no Neymar, there's no Di Maria.
I'm not saying he doesn't have to step up, but I'm just assuming that he can't be the focus, the main focus, because we've seen enough evidence to show that he won't do it on his own. He needs help, But the thing is, nobody's expecting Barcelona to win. Really, I don't think they're the favorites. So PSG should win the game without Mbappe having to perform out of his skin and be the best player on the pitch.
So you don't think that PSG winning is dependent on Mbappe showing up?
Yeah, I don't think it's directly dependent on him. I think it would be a team effort.
Okay.
The coach needs to have the right tactics. The team needs to play well, and they should get the results. But we'll see.
No, I'll come to you. So Abdullah, talk to me.
HH, my black Balotelli must show up. He needs to show that up. He needs to show up. Now, no, my prediction was like PSG is going to move on. Now, the pressure will kill Mbappe to show up.
Can Mbappe show up though under the pressure? Because he flopped under the pressure in Manchester. Can he? Will he sink or swim under this pressure?
Recently, I've been watching some Mbappe's clips, the way he plays and everything. ever since he joined from Monaco's tenure to the PSG tenure. I don't think Kylian Mbappe lack mentality. The problem with Mbappe is I think the environment he's been at PSG is not favorable enough for him. With the likes of Di Maria, Mario Icardi, and what's called Neymar, the kind of environment, the egoistic player they have, and the way they play, I think there's a problem with Kylian Mbappe not showing up of his potential. This guy is a very good player. In terms of that, I can put Kylian Mbappe in top 2, top 1 based on talent. That's how good of a player he is. But the problem is his talent has been diminished because of the environment he's been. If a player has been in a bad environment, it's going to be difficult for him to show his potential more. So because people won't recognize how good of a player he is. I think we've been raging on a lot of things about Mbappe this, Mbappe that, Mbappe that. The problem is, I think talk should not be too much on Mbappe. It has to be on Messi, because if Messi go out of the round of 16, what will he say on his Barcelona career and him himself as a player? Because if you want a flashback, there's 4-0. We can remember that. There's 8-2. That hasn't gone well. So you can't be get knocked out now. So people won't talk much about Mbappe. They'll be like, he still has a chance. He's 21. He still has a chance. But people will talk about Messi because now this is going to be his final year in Barcelona career, and going out in Champions League in round of 16 is going to be very, very. It's going to be like a tears in his eyes. Because
so who has more pressure, Barcelona or PSG in this game?
I would say Barcelona. If there was Neymar, I would say PSG. But now I think I would say Barcelona, because if Messi goes out in round of 16, what does it tell in his career? What?
The thinking is Barca have already been, look, 4-0, 8-2, Bartomeu, players leaving, Messi wanting to leave, Cannibal Suarez leaving.
Yeah.
If they lose, it was expected, but for PSG to lose, so wouldn't it be much more of a big deal if PSG were to lose again as opposed to Barcelona? Because Barcelona, look at the state that they're in. These guys are struggling to beat freaking Granada.
But this is the scenario here. If PSG win Barcelona without Messi, without Neymar, with Kylian Mbappe showing up, what will he say on Messi's career? He will think his career, because people will be like, this is his final year. Why can't Lionel Messi bring up Barcelona? They say they have a bond.
He can always use the excuse of, this is a bomb-ass team. Look at how much I'm doing for this team.
Mbappe can use the same thing and say Neymar is not playing.
No, he can't. No, he can't. Because PSG are still... There are still, even if you take away Neymar and Di Maria, they still have overall better players. Marquinhos and Kimpembe are way better than any roadman defenders those dudes have. Marco Verratti is better than any midfielder that Barcelona have. Is Griezmann even really better than Di Maria? So my thing is that PSG as a team in a better stage. So if Barca were to go out, are you saying that Messi should still not have an excuse, or does he still have an excuse in saying this is the end of the road? This is the end of the cycle, and this is a footnote of, you know what, we got beat around the 16, it's over. This iteration of Barca with Messi, Busquets, so forth, done deal.
I think I was slightly hedged to like Barcelona having the pressure. People will say Messi, people will say PSG because there's no Neymar. All pressure is gonna be on Mbappe to show up. Okay. This is like the scenario now. Let's put it this way. If Mbappe shows up and maybe eventually they knock out Barcelona, there's going to be a problem in Barcelona, because people will say, we were not a contender for the first in Champions League, so we're not surprised. No, you have to be surprised, because you have arguably one of the GOATs in your team, in which he been the one carry for how many years now. That is not an excuse, because on his day, Messi can score 3 or 4 goals on his day.
What happened in the second leg against Liverpool? He did everything because he did think about the whole match.
In the second leg, most of his players let him down, because if you see some goals they were missing.
Yeah, so
it's not that only Messi.
But then people said, "Oh my gosh, Messi flopped in the second leg." Look, bro, he scored 2 goals in the freaking first leg. One was like a free kick from like 40 yards. So he's supposed to do everything in every single game, whereas like the supporting cast don't do anything. That's not how football works. Okay, this isn't 5-5-on-5. This is 11v11. You know.
Okay, so fair enough.
So that's
my take is that when Neymar was playing, I was like, PSG has to be favored. Now that Neymar is not playing, I think Mbappe now needs to show up, because what people will remember about Mbappe is kick and run. pace merchant. That's what they will remember about him. He won't be remembered as that kind of talent who will lay the boot, who kind of be the hair to Cristiano Ronaldo or Leo Messi. So now that no Neymar, he has to show up and show the world that the criticism I've been getting has to be over. He's been playing. Yeah, so this I think Mbappe needs to show up more just to kind of silence some kind of people who have already doubted his talent.
So before I come to Mo, Armchair Critic says that other than De Jong, nobody gets into the PSG team. Ousmane Dembele does. Griezmann fringes. But yeah, I would say that, first of all, and also, does De Jong even get into the team? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Ousmane Dembele definitely does.
He does. De Jong definitely does get into that team.
Okay, De Jong, Ousmane Dembele, and yeah, maybe those two.
And Messi as well, but that's all.
Yeah, obviously.
Braithwaite.
Relax.
Braithwaite definitely does.
So from Edwin P2626 says Igalo left, so Man United Juju is finished. Look, Man United, I said this to begin. That's why I did that video. I visited the witch doctor and I said, bro, it's enough. The juju was all well and good. It's time for it to stop. And I'm very happy right now that United are now seeing the reality of their situation, and everything was all luck and fluke. Thank you. And the juju will never, ever return as long as I'm around. From Nemitz Patel says, Brick Pape ain't doing anything. Nemitz, thank you so much for your beautiful, beautiful words. And Lynn Disputed says, will there be a post-match hangout? I will tear Mbappe apart if he doesn't perform. Remember my Cristiano rant? My Mbappe rants will be 100 times worse. And you see, that's why I just love it, because people are so supportive of the prodigy. And you know what? Because I've been looking at the chat and so forth, and my lips are sealed. I am very calm. I won't be saying anything anymore. But I'm keeping very aware of what people are saying in the live chat. And you know what? Do what you may. So, Mo. Easy. No. Wait. No. Mo. Which team is under more pressure? And how much do you read into Barcelona's 5-1 win over Alaves? Do you think Barcelona are coming into this thinking that they can do a number on PSG in the first leg? Or do you still think that it is going to be Barcelona are facing a very stiff test, even though PSG don't have Neymar?
What's good, bro? What's good? It's been a minute. First of all, I missed this.
Welcome.
Look, I think it's high stakes for everyone. It's high stakes for PSG, high stakes for Barca. And as you keep saying, no excuses. If PSG lose, we can't give the excuse of, Neymar, Di Maria, they were out, Verratti was out, blah, blah, blah. And if Barca lose, you cannot give them the excuse of, it's a rough season, Bartimeo, all that bullshit. You have to go and you have to leave it all out on the pitch. If you lose, you need to get blamed. You need to be held accountable, whether that's Messi, Mbappe, or anyone. No excuses. That's first of all. Second of all, the win versus Alaves, look, it was a decent win, but let's keep things in perspective. It was Alaves, they're 16th in the Liga or something.
Yeah.
And let's not give them too much credit. Now, regarding the whole Mbappe Messi thing, now look, for me, in my opinion, even before Neymar was getting injured, I was telling myself, I was like, this is going to be like, Messi, Neymar, and then Mbappe is going to come up and shut everyone up. That's what I thought. I thought Mbappe was going to be the star, even if Neymar was there. And I still think he will be. Look, bro, I don't care what people think of Mbappe. They want to call him a pace merchant, whatever. He's going to be looking at that Barca defense and he's going to be salivating. Because just one run, with his pace, who's going to catch him? Longley? Oscar Mingueza? Come on. None of those guys can catch him.
But the thing, though, is that with no Neymar or Di Maria, who do you trust to give him the ball in those situations?
I don't know how often you guys have been watching Barca lately, but just one long ball from the defense basically puts the striker through. That's all you need versus Barca to get a one-on-one. So, and you still have guys, like Draxler, he's a very decent passer. Moiskin has been doing well. Icardi has been doing well. So, with Barca, either you defend well and then play long balls in behind and you have one-on-ones, or you press high and win the ball high up the pitch, and then you're creating opportunities that way. So if they do either of those two things successfully, PSG, I think they're going to have opportunities. And look, I said it again, Neymar is injured, Di Maria is injured. I still think PSG should be feeling confident, and for me, they still are the favorites to win this. And as I said, even if Neymar was fit, I think Mbappe is gonna. Sorry, even if Neymar is fit, I think Mbappe is gonna come through and say what's up and be the star and tell the world that this is my stage too.
Easy, relax, easy.
Watch.
Man.
Mo, I want to ask Mo something. Mo, since you said PSG is gonna win, everybody already remember the Barcelona 8 to the 4-0 with the 3-0 and everything. Would this not be like a dent in the face to Lionel Messi? Because people will say, why does he always bottle in every knockout stage? This has been happening for how many years now? Since Luis Enrique left Barcelona,
Bro, look
they've
at
been
his
bottling
team,
Champions League.
man. Abdullah, look at the guy's team.
I know.
Braithwaite? Really?
No,
Bro, Messi has been acting all season long since last summer. He's been acting like he's too good for Barca and whatnot, and
Yes.
yapping all over the place. This is a chance to prove it. You want to prove that you're bigger than this team and that you deserve more. This is where you prove it. Score as many hat-tricks as you want versus Alaves and Elche. No one gives a damn.
He has to prove it now because it's a big thing. If he doesn't prove it, for me, it's gonna be a slap on his face because people will say, arguably one of the best players in the whole world. What football, Lionel Messi?
But the same people that are criticizing him are the same people that are going to say, as soon as Barcelona goes down and he ends up having a good performance, everyone overlooks his performance and looks at Barcelona conceding goals. He's not a defender.
Look, that's true, but it comes with the territory.
I get that.
No.
Yeah, but the thing is, you have to look at it, you have to put into context.
No, it's not. Look, as I said again, and people that blamed Messi for the Liverpool thing, I think you have to be a moron. And you don't know football.
Exactly. No, that's true.
Because that was the narrative, like, oh my gosh, Messi flopped again, and an answer for because it's people that play into that dumbass Messi Cristiano stupid thing. So whenever Barcelona lose, oh, Messi lost. Well, no, this isn't boxing or UFC. It is for me, in my view, one of the most complicated sports in the world, which is football. So Barcelona losing, you have to say, okay, how did they lose? Did Messi have 1v1s? Did Messi spawn many chances? What was the context of the game? How much were they in the game? How much help did he get from the rest of his team? So you have to look into those details of things before assessing. Oh, he lost. But we deal in this age of football Twitter where guys are moronic and have very little brains, and they don't watch the game. They just want to push their weird. Because I love narratives, but then there are certain narratives that are just dumb and stupid and void of any context. Also, Suna, talk to me, man. What shape do you see both of these teams coming at? And as we head to Tuesday night, who do you think is in a stronger state of mind for Camp Nou?
I love this game. I really do. I think there is no middling result, shall we say. If Barcelona had gone, say, versus Bayern, it would have been pretty bad if Bayern beat the shit out of them again, or if Barcelona actually won. But there would be the result of Bayern winning like 2-1 or something, and it would be like, at least you lost by less or something. There's no result like that that's gonna feel middling in any sort of way. The stakes are incredibly high. It's if PSG is out, especially with Neymar now out, like it's huge because if they go out, basically they will be known as Barcelona's bitches. They can't get past the round of 16 again, and Neymar will have to be cancelled forever.
So all the pressure's on PSG.
No, because for Barcelona, if they go out, they're going to have the thing of, okay, Neymar was out, Di Maria was out, we have Messi, we have not a terrible team, and we can't even beat these guys.
No. Okay, but Osuna, in fairness, take away Neymar, take away Di Maria. What's the better team, man for man?
PSG still, but either way, it's still a disgrace for Barcelona, Football Club Barcelona, to get knocked out in the round of 16. So that's still going to be quite a large, what is it? How would you call that? A large stake for them as well. So I think right now this game pretty much will depend on someone interesting. I think it's going to be Draxler, because Barcelona are going to do what Barcelona do, because Barcelona always concede and they always score nowadays. So PSG will have their share of goals. Barcelona will have their share of goals, but I think that while PSG's defense is more solid, I think Barcelona's attack is stronger because they have a certain Lionel Messi in their team,
And
and
if Griezmann decides to show up,
if Griezmann says
and
hello, and
Trincao has been scoring as well.
yes, yeah. So if Griezmann says bonjour to the Frenchies, and then Messi says what's up, then that could lead to quite a few goals for them. And for PSG, I think is really going to be their goals are going to be a combination of Barcelona errors and moments of individual brilliance. And those moments of individual brilliance are not going to come from pace merchant Kylian Mbappe. It's going to come from a player like what's his face, Draxler, because I don't see anyone else who's going to create that much for this team. I mean, I don't even know half their squad, to be honest. I don't follow PSG too much, but I think I know what I've seen him before in his Schalke days. I've seen what this guy can do, and I think he's going to be a key factor to whether PSG will win this or not.
He's not the same player.
Wait.
He's not?
Wait. LB, talk to me.
So that's
Talk to me.
unfortunate.
LB.
All right, so where do I begin with this? So Barcelona, PSG. So, despite the difficulties and challenges Barcelona have had this year and in recent seasons, we know that PSG's performance or form against Barcelona has been poor this last decade. Yeah, so let's not forget that, irrespective of whether they're favourites or how bad Barcelona are going, they've lost, I think they lost in 2013, 2015 and 2017. And does anyone still think that some of these PSG players are going through post-traumatic stress disorder from that 2017 loss? Because I still think that they are.
I think no. Once they made the final, it was exercised. But my thing though is that now the PTSD could kick in once you get back into camp. But you see, it's complicated because you're like, oh, it's complex, this is where it happened. But then no kind about Suarez. I think Iniesta was Iniesta there?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, Iniesta Iniesta was there, and so was Neymar. So it's a whole different context.
Yeah, that's true to an extent, and there's no crowd as well this time. There's no crowd. But when it comes to Messi and redemption,
And PSG's team got better.
Yeah, that's right. They have over the last 2-3 seasons. But in terms of Messi and redemption, I don't think Messi has any form when it comes to redemption. What happened against Chile in 2015, and then he lost in 2016. So I don't think Messi is capable of going through redemption. I don't think it's about redemption, to be honest. I think it's just about Barcelona beating PSG and whether they can do that. But when it comes to PSG without Neymar, look, to be honest, I think it might be a bit of a blessing in disguise for them to not have Neymar, someone who they sort of gravitate towards quite a bit. Let's be fair.
So they'll pretty much play more as a team.
Yeah, play more as a team instead of trying to give the ball to Neymar and let him dribble the whole field and kick a goal. So I think it might be a bit of a blessing in disguise, but it's such a shame because I was really looking forward to seeing Neymar playing against his old club, and the bloody prick has to get himself injured as always again.
Clown.
So hopefully.
So who's under more pressure, Barcelona or PSG? Or if they get knocked out, who's under more pressure?
Yeah, there's so many factors that sort of goes into this when it comes to pressure. I mean, Barcelona being in the form that they're in, do anyone expect them to win? But then again, with the form that they have over PSG, there is that expectation that they'll be able to win and continue to be that sort of bogey team for PSG. But for PSG, having made the final last year as well, I think that's a huge burden off their shoulders, a major amount of pressure off their shoulders as well. So I think it's about 50-50 when it comes to pressure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just my 2 cents.
So before I come to real, let me just take some. So, let me just get the super chat. Hey, bear with me. shit, what happened to that one? Oh, sorry. Okay, real talk about this. Your thoughts.
Yeah, first of all, I just want to ask, apart from Di Maria and Neymar, do they have any other injuries? PSG.
Well, Verratti is a doubt.
All right, okay. So, basically, on the Mbappe thing, I think with Messi though, I think he's gonna want to play well regardless of Mbappe. But I think he's gonna want to raise his game to the next level because Mbappe is on the pitch, and I think Mbappe knows that, so he's gonna want to. Because there's a lot of pressure on him, so he's want to play well as well. So that's why I think PSG are favourites, but I still don't trust Pochettino, and I think he could brick it again, especially in a big game. But yeah, as much as I think PSG are favourites, I think Barcelona could do something.
Okay, so now I want to now talk about Barca's approach. Let me just quickly get this super chat from Barca Condetti. Thanks for the dub. Please shut the F up on the Neymar hate. No, I won't actually. The guy can rainbow flick anybody. Why can't he rainbow flick his way to a Copa America or a World Cup? Anytime, any place, anywhere. Yeah, he can do so against a League 2 team and so forth, but he obviously is not going to be doing it against Barcelona. So this isn't Neymar hate. This isn't Neymar hate. This is Neymar reality. He deserves all of the abuse towards him because he has spoiled and ruined the excitement of this freaking game. We were looking forward to Neymar against Messi, and we wanted both of these best two teams. He is faking that freaking injury, and I don't trust him. So yes, the hate will freaking continue. Now, I want to talk about Barca's approach. I want to come first to your boy Z-Man.
Do you know why? Do you know why everyone wants to see Mbappe fail, and people cannot just wait to see him crash out of the UEFA Champions League? Do you want to know why? Because of you. Do you want to know why we can't have Neymar present to play against Messi on the first leg, and he's faking injuries to go be with his sister? It's because of you.
Is this a personal attack?
Do you want to know why, if PSG should lose, any heat that they will receive, any embarrassment, any ill wishes on social media, do you know whose shoulders that falls on? Because of you and your narratives, HH.
Did you see Daniel's comment?
Very careful. The chat is getting ready.
Did you see Daniel's comment?
And I just have to warn you.
That's harsh.
HH, I care about you. Be very careful what you say.
As I said again, I haven't said anything about Mbappe. Okay, fine. All right, so Mbappe will flop. He's going to mess up and he's going to disgrace himself. Are you happy right now? Are you happy on that? He's the Lodigy. He's not the prodigy. He's the Lodigy right now. Z-Man, Barca's approach. Now look, no one cares about Alaves. With all due respect, they sent Alaves.
Respect Alaves.
So nah. How, if you're Ronald Koeman, how do you approach this? Because you have to be very wary of the defensive frailties, specifically of the speed of Mbappe. Because obviously we'll also get to what PSG could do, because I am expecting of the game in which PSG will play specifically a Pochettino, who's much more of a pragmatist than Tuchel was, and which is what could make them very, very dangerous on the counter. So if you're Barcelona, do you try and work something defensively and get yourself a lot more defensive cover, maybe play a much more conservative kind of game, or do you say play a game, attack, and just live with it? Because see, this is the kind of game in which I would have more trust in a Valverde in sorting this out tactically than I think with a Ronald Koeman. So Zeman, how do you think Barca approached this from its point of view?
So Barcelona's approach is, since we have center back problems, I would say that choosing the center back is key to this game, because that's going to determine whether or not you're going to give them space, not. Because Koeman's...
Okay, so Araujo is definitely fully out.
Yeah, he might not make it. He's probably not going to make it.
Okay.
And then you have the choice between Umtiti, Longley, and Mingueza.
God damn.
Those are, and you also, if Koeman wants to be experimental, which I don't think he is, he In the Alaves game, he put De Jong as a center back. I don't think he's going to go with that approach because De Jong adds too much to our midfield, and we need as much midfield as we can in order to contain their counter attack.
Look, here's the thing. Here's the because remember this takes me back to 2011, from the final when before the final guys are like, oh man, Mascherano is in defense. That could be a way in which United could expose Barcelona. But then Javi just said, no, we'll just keep the ball. So do you think a key aspect of this, okay, now I don't know whether they have the players who can do this or not, is keep the ball, have high possession, but specifically press high and make it very difficult for PSG to come out in transition?
Yeah, that is key. We have to beat them at holding the ball because there's no other way we can beat them. We can't if we go a defensive approach. I don't think these players know how to play defensive. I don't think as a unit this team has a defensive discipline in order to cover each other. I don't think we have that. So our best option is to play a possession game. And I think if you're Koeman, you're going to be looking at Jordi Alba and you're going to have to make a choice. Jordi Alba, it's either you play your style of play or I need you to drop back. I need you not to make those runs, which will then limit the amount of passing the options that Messi has when he drops back. It will limit Pedri's passing options. So that means that you're going to have to...
Because that ball over the top to Alba is a very, very popular move that Messi likes to make.
Yeah. And if you're going to expose PSG, you have to do it through their fullbacks. And the thing about Griezmann is key, not only from an offensive position, but from a defensive position, because his ability to trot back, his ability to pressure players from the middle of the park and also from the flank is going to be it's going to be key to our defense. And also Dembele, I think Dembele has improved a lot, not only from an offensive position, not only being fit, not only being in terms of helping the team unbalance the game, but also from a defensive play, because he's going to have to help Manguesa. Manguesa is probably going to need as much help as he can get because this guy doesn't have the experience as playing at an unnatural position as a right back. So he's going to have to drop back, which means when we go for an attack, we're going to be limited in terms of if we go for an attacking phase and you have someone like Dembele who's dropping back to help out Manguesa, and you have someone like Griezmann who's in the middle of the park. As soon as we give the ball to someone like Pedri, to someone like Messi, they're gonna be limited in what they can do. They're gonna be limited in terms of what their choices are, in terms of the choices available to them. So it's about making those type of decisions. I don't know
but the difficulty is that this isn't a one-off game; it's a first leg, and because it's a first leg, Barcelona first of all they have to win, and they've got to win well, and they have to try not to concede too many away goals. So the thing though is that how attacking should Barcelona be, and how aggressive should they try to look for the goal or the goals against PSG, knowing that the more aggressive they are, the more susceptible they are to Mbappe's speed and getting in behind them. So my thing is that if you're Barcelona, how attacking should you be? And should you look for a 1-0, a 2-0, or should you look for like a 3 or a 4 goals situation?
I think in the first half, it's going to be about setting the tempo. The first half is going to be about setting players, make sure they're doing their job. That's going to be the first half. Then the second half, it's when you tell your attackers to be more progressive. It's the times where you really test their defensive capabilities. And I think that's when a player like Dembele is going to have to really shine, because everyone's going to assume that majority of the defenders and the opposition is going to be on Messi, because they're going to think this guy could make a difference for the team. And we've seen it through Bayern. If you're able to stop him, you're able to stop the team. That's where Dembele really has to shine. And then you also have someone like Trincao who's elevated his level and who has been getting consistent games. And then you introduce someone like, if you're able to introduce someone like Riqui Puig, who has the ability to control the tempo and move the tempo at a faster pace. So the players are active and not watching the ball. That's when you start hitting them. That's when you start hitting them, when you make
Okay.
those type of crucial substitutions.
All right. So Amchukri says, play like Simeone and lose gracefully. I said again, that would be risky. That would be cowardly. And if Barcelona did that, PSG would rip them apart. I think for Barcelona, there is no way that they can go in defensively and change the whole shape and think that they can get through that. That's not.
We don't have the players in order to play like that. So we have to play what's the closest thing to playing a defensive game, which is keeping hold of the ball, make sure there's no gaps. And the problem is, I fear that someone like Mbappe is going to get in open positions and he's going to run at someone, or he's going to be running at someone like Umtiti. Umtiti got outpaced by Soldado. Umtiti's getting outpaced. If you look at the last game against Sevilla, Joseph Koundé went through our midfield and scored and dribbled past like two midfielders and I think it was Longley, and he ended up scoring a beauty. So with stuff like that, we can't open up. That's the thing. We can't have an open play in the middle of the park. We have to be able to condense the play. So that's one thing I'm
So wait, before I come to Vilton on this, man. Daniel Henkelman, thanks for the dub. He says, reminder that Neymar has chosen Coochie over ACL.
His sister's Coochie.
Let's see. Okay. Thank you. We didn't need to go into any details of that. But if it is proven that that psychopath loser has chosen that over ACL, then I think that he should be jailed and arrested, both for that crime and for the crime against football.
Yeah, for Neymar, I think the problem with him is this fitness regime and him just being fit, because I don't think this guy trains well. I don't think he has the right intensity, because with Dembele, he kept getting injured because this guy didn't have the right intensity in training under Valverde, under Setien, even though he didn't get that much time in Setien. So with Neymar, he needs that intensity training. And Neymar, in an interview, I think it was his first season with PSG, he stated that when he walked into Barcelona, he had players like Iniesta, Xavi, Messi, people that could elevate him, and he needs those type of surroundings. And I don't think that's why the move to PSG didn't make sense, because I don't think he doesn't have those type of surroundings. And Neymar is a player that lacks discipline when it comes to that. So,
all right. What's it called? Wilson, talk to me, man. How do you think Barcelona should approach this game, being at the Camp Nou, having Messi, no Neymar? Should they be like, hey, we sense blood, they don't have their best player, let's go out and attack them, or should they still be very cautious?
No, they should be cautious, because when you have Mbappe, a player with that type of pace, and you know his ability to score goals, and you got to be careful. But if I'm Barca, it's the Champions League, you home, just play your game. Like, just play how you play. Don't try to be like pragmatic about it. Just play your game, because you can't play a new system on this game. Like, you can't change the entire system just because you're gonna go against PSG, because the moment you do that, like Z-Man was saying, the players are not used to that. So just play how you play. Just play your game. That's all I can say, because Neymar isn't there. So obviously Messi is gonna be the main man. So if I'm Barca, just play how you play, because you can't play like Simeone. You can't play 11 men beyond you can't do that. Barca don't have the players for that. Like, Dembele might be key. Messi.
And we need to talk about the Us. We need to talk about the Usman.
No, I'm saying he might be key. Maybe he might actually do something in this game. But I really do think Griezmann might actually show up in this game too. So just play your game. Just that's all I can say.
But do you think that's so basically? But should Barca be extra motivated and extra attacking because there's no Neymar? Because let's keep it real. If there's Neymar there, you have to be a lot more cautious based on what he can do when he carries the ball. They don't have that ball carry. It does not exist for PSG, you know. So if you're coming to be like, no, bro, let's really go out and aggressively get a 3-4 goal swing, or should just be like, we'll play our game and so forth, but let's just still be a bit cautious because of what Mbappe or
Yeah,
Kane or Kadi could do.
yeah, of course you have to be cautious because right now Kim is on form right now, and Mbappe just scored a goal over the weekend, so he's going into this game on form since he scored in the last game. But at the same time, though, looks like Messi's picking up form, so you never know. And plus, it's Camp Nou. Messi still have some weird juju power that he gets from the Camp Nou, even though there's no fans. And Griezmann is been on form in 2021. I know he was a brick in the last game against Alaves. When I mean a break, he wasn't completely trash, but I hear he didn't play as well compared to the last game. But credit to Griezmann, though. We all been saying he's a flop, but he's slowly making a
No,
name.
no. This is where he has to
Show up.
Yeah, this is where he's got to show up. It's in these kinds of games that he's got to show up. He's got to show up in these games. These are the games he's got to show up in, man.
But my only thing I'm worried for Barca is Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba, I hope he's solid defensively this time because against Sevilla, this guy was not the best defender on that pitch, man.
What's it called? So, Eric, PSG, man. What do you think PSG's approach should be, and how much of a blow do you think Neymar will be? Or do you think that even if Neymar is gone, because it's such a weak Barcelona team, PSG actually should PSG be actively look to win this or look to just get an away goal?
They should go for it. They should look to win it.
Even without Neymar.
Yeah. They don't have to, like, I don't think they have to have Neymar to win the game. You know, they don't need Neymar there to be able to win. But they definitely should have a game plan against Messi, you know. But I'm not sure how that works. But, you know, if Messi has one of those games, you know, you can't really stop him. There's nothing you can do, but they should have some sort of game plan to try and limit what they can do.
Okay, so you say that they can beat Barcelona without Neymar. Is this because you believe in the talents that PSG have, or because of how bad Barcelona
are? It's a little bit of both. We know that PSG are bottlers, but they don't necessarily. Well, they do. I was going to say they don't bottle at this stage, but they do. But yeah, the Barcelona team are just not anywhere near where they should be. So they really should go for this game, try and win. Watch out for. You just need to. I don't know what they should do to try and limit Messi, but they need to try and limit Messi as well, and just try and play well. You know, if they play well, you know, defend well against Messi, they should win, right? But that's not always, you know, it doesn't always work out like that. But they should try and win the game. I know it's the Camp Nou and everything, you know.
No, because see, the thing though is that this isn't one leg, it's two legs, and the normal strategy, you ask any man, the normal strategy that you do, especially when you're playing against another top team, is take the 2-1 loss or take the 3-2 loss, but just try and keep it to a 1 goal at worst 2 goal deficit, but try to get the away goal. Then you go ham when you go back at home. So that is the normal strategy when you face a team.
The main thing, yeah. Even if you lose, you have to score, right? So score at least 1 goal, and then
So my thing is that if you're pretty, are you saying that let's just get an away goal, win or lose, it doesn't matter, let's just get an away goal? I say no, let's really actively go out and try to win and actually beat them in the Camp Nou, because we think we can still beat them in the Camp Nou.
I don't think being cautious is the way forward for it. I don't think they are good at doing that kind of stuff. They're not Atletico Madrid, so they shouldn't try and defend and be cagey and stuff like that. They should just try and play their game, go for the win, definitely score at least once, and don't concede by more than, you know, a single goal, and then just win at the, you know, at the stadium. Yeah.
All right. So wait, let me just quickly there. So shout out to your boy Dan, football hot member. Shout says Griezmann is a brick. These games against PSG need ball carriers with attacking speed. Personally, would swap Griezmann with Trincao.
I disagree, because even though I think Trincao has been doing great, I think he's improved in a lot of things. But the thing is, with Griezmann, you need him in these type of games where you don't have that much players that press from the top. You need players that press from the top, and we don't have any of those. You have Messi, who doesn't do that, who's going to drop back. You have Dembele, who's going to be occupying, pressing from the back, helping out Mingueza when it comes to transitions. So you need a player like Griezmann. You need him in these type of games. But Trincao is a exceptional talent.
But see, my thing though is that whether you believe Griezmann is a brick or not, you've spent too much money for this dude for him not to feature in this kind of game. Because for me, like, yeah, Griezmann, he's be doing better and so forth. But when a guy has been touted so much and you spend so much for him, these are the kinds of games that you bought him for. It is in these games for him to now be the difference maker in these games, because that is what Barcelona hopes Coutinho was. So they've got to really come up, see what's up, and actually bring him through. So
yeah, and Griezmann has for the last, like, I would say for last season, for me, he hasn't earned a spot to be a starter, but this season he has. So for me, it's about merit. It's like how well are you performing for the team, and he's been performing well, so he should start.
So okay, anyone can jump in. Can Draxler make a dramatic return here? Because you see, here's the thing about Draxler. I still believe in the freaking dude. You know, like,
absolutely.
He is, because I remember one piece of skill that he did against Mexico at the Confederations Cup, which is one of the craziest dribbles I've ever seen. And it just sort of seems as if, like, I was like, man, this is like very rare for a German to be this skillful and this talented on the ball. But he just sort of went into PSG, just went completely away. Now with Neymar gone, Draxler has a real opportunity to be like, oh, because it's almost as if like, wait, where the heck has this guy been? So do you think Draxler has wasted his career and he's done for, or do you think maybe he could do something in this game?
I remember last week when I said that the psychology of both sets of players is going to play a huge part. And now specifically with Draxler, I really look at him as a player who had immense potential coming out of Schalke, but threw it away for money and the lifestyle that PSG presented him. I think Draxler has sort of plateaued and just slowly simmered off the burn. I think right now he plays at an above average level, but the spark and the potential that he once has, he never fully defined and made it what it was supposed to be. And that's thanks to Ligue 1 and Uber Eats and the level of competition that's there. And even with him struggling to get into the PSG squad on a consistent basis, just shows you how much he is falling off. I think it's very, very risky for him to just be thrown into the fire of sorts against Barcelona in such a high-pressure game, because I don't think he'll be able to just pull it together and help them. I think it will only work to their detriment. And there are even people in the chat who are saying that Mauricio Pochettino may not even start Draxler. So that tells you how much faith.
So who the hell does he start in?
I don't know. That was my exact thought when I read that.
Okay, wait. Look, because we need to get to the other games. We're just gonna go around the room. Score for the first leg only. Just give me a score line just for the first leg. So not the score for the third, score for the first leg. Wilton, give me a score first leg.
3-1 Barca. I really do think Barca's gonna beat PSG.
Wait, where's the first leg?
At Barca.
It's at the Camp Nou.
Okay.
3-1. Yeah, I really do think Barca's gonna go through. Neymar is not being there. I don't really have that much trust in PSG. If it was a one-legged game, I would have more faith. But just the fact that it's a two-legged game, I don't have much faith in PSG.
So just for the Camp Nou game, you say Barca win 3-1.
I think so. It's either going to be 3-1 or 2-1.
Okay. Zima, give me a score.
Oh man, this is hard. I would say it's gonna be a 2-4 PSG.
Excuse me?
Yeah, 2-4 PSG. Because, like I said, this defense is gonna have so much problems.
Wait. Zim, PSG are gonna score 4 goals at Camp Nou without Neymar or Di Maria.
What did Juve do?
Didn't they have that dude? What's his name? Cristiano something? Or what?
Cristiano was there though.
No. My problem is it doesn't matter. Like for me, the opposition is one thing. It's another thing when you can't rely, when you don't have any center backs you can rely on. And plus, I do think Koeman is gonna. He's not gonna tell Jordi Alba to drop back. Mingueza. So it's gonna be the center backs. They're gonna be in positions where the forwards are gonna be left 1-on-1 with them, and someone like Mbappe 1-on-1 with someone like Umtiti. That's gonna be hazardous, or Longley. So I think you have to put that into consideration. That's why.
Wow. Okay. Look. Okay. I mean, I fully disagree, because if that happens, we'll have a very interesting post match. But I can almost guarantee you that ain't happening. 4 goals now. Natsa says 2-1 Barca, Messi brace. That is the scoreline that I went with in my pre-match. I say 2-1. And Rain is Cold says, shout out for the dog, Rain is Cold. Looking player by player for both teams, statistically, Barca is going to whoop PSG. Pray for PSG. What? Player for player? Whoa, Rain is Cold, man. Maybe. No, I don't know what we're just smoking. Player for player. I don't think Barca are better than thingy, man. Relax, bro. Relax. Marvelous. Score.
I think it'll be Barcelona 3, PSG 2.
Oh, 3-2 to Barcelona.
Yeah, 3-2 to Barcelona.
Okay. Eric, talk to me.
2-1. 2-1 PSG.
Wait, so shout out to Ban Fan TV, says 5-0 easy Barca win. So
Yeah,
you'll have
come
to watch
on,
a single
bro.
page again.
People need to stop with this. 5-0. Come on. What, we're not going to concede a goal?
Bro, if it's 5-0, I don't think you'll
No,
find
no. I'm going in on PSG.
If it's
I'm going in on
5-0
PSG.
and Mbappe's on the pitch, you won't see me for a week.
That means their offense did nothing.
Yeah, no.
Against this
Relax.
defense.
But look, guys, stranger things have happened. Who could have predicted 8-2?
Okay, relax.
Abdullah, give me a score.
Abdullah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm gonna go for Mbappe hat-trick. I'm gonna go for 1 PSG.
4-1.
Yeah.
So basically, this guy has now basically jinxed Mbappe now. the new Juju man.
I want to jinx HH.
Shazy,
4-1.
relax.
That look, clip me. 4-1 PSG. Kylian Mbappe and Dressler.
Amche Critic says, mark my words, 1-4 or 0-3 in favor of PSG. Amche Critic is using reverse psychology. Stop stealing my juju. This is reverse psychology at play. Relax. I can see it a mile away. Mo, give me a score, bro. Give me that score.
I'm saying 3-2 for PSG. I think, like I said, I didn't really discuss the tactics, but people are focusing on the Alaves game. But you need to look at the Sevilla game and the Copa game versus Granada. It's way too easy to break down Barca. If you defend well, just one long ball and you're through on goal. So yeah, I think PSG are gonna have a field day and win 3-2 or 3-1.
Also, Sona, give me a score.
2-5.
Wow.
Wait, 2-5 to who? Barca or PSG?
Wait,
PSG.
Vilton, what do you think 2-5 means? Barca are playing at home.
No, I'm messing with him. I just wanted to see if
He
he was
said
playing
PSG
around.
2-5. He said PSG 2-5.
Okay, can I just also just really briefly, what logic are you using to say that Barcelona are going to lose 5-2 at the crib?
They're going to lose 5-2. You will see me on whenever
Right.
this is.
We'll see Tuesday when this pops off. And before I come to LB, Nirmit Patel says 4-0 PS. This is reverse psychology. I can see your AVI. You're a Barca fan, guys. Only I work with reverse psychology, not you. Only I know how to do reverse psychology. And no, PSG ain't winning 4-0. LB, talk to me, man. Give me a score.
2-1 to PSG. Sorry, 1-2 PSG. Yeah.
Okay. And Real, can you give me a score?
2-2.
That's interesting. 2-2 is interesting. All right, guys.
Wait, HH.
Yeah.
If you're the only one who can use reverse psychology, does that mean you're predicting Atleti will beat Chelsea?
No comments. Moving on. So let's talk about Liverpool and Leipzig, man. Am I wrong in saying that I think that Liverpool could do something in this? I just think that Liverpool could do something in this. Things look bad right now. Alisson Becker is Class B, bordering on Class A. They don't have a defense. But I think that the Champions League will prove to be a respite for them. And now remember, this is the thing that I don't know whether this is fair or not. The game has been played in Hungary, Puskás Arena, but Liverpool still have the second leg at home. So is that actually fair? But then an argument against that is that it's not Liverpool's fault that it's been played in Hungary because of COVID rules. So Liverpool are like, no, we're happy to travel to Germany, but COVID rules says that nobody from the UK, because of the variant of the disease, is allowed entry into specific countries. So it's actually on Leipzig to either provide a venue or Liverpool gets a bye. So,
HH.
Yes.
I have a question. If Liverpool score in the first leg, does it count as an away goal? And if Leipzig goal, does it count as a home goal?
Oh no! For me, it's still the same rules. It's basically
Right.
If it's still two legs, it's still the same rules. So if Leipzig, so if Liverpool score in that Puskás Arena, that's an away goal for them. If Leipzig score at Anfield, that's an away goal for them. So it's still the same rules, just that it's different stadiums. Look, COVID has just messed things up, but it is what it is. Nobody from the UK is allowed entry into European countries. So what are you going to do? You have to now choose what your home stadium is going to be. Doesn't mean that the rules now don't apply because you've changed home stadiums.
If they can't play in Germany, there'll be two neutral venues, and they'll just decide which one is the home one and which one is the away.
No, but Liverpool's arguments. But you see, that is most fair. But if you don't do that, Liverpool could be like, no. We want to still play at Anfield, and we are happy to play in Germany. But if you're not going to allow us entry into the stadium, why should we have to now move to a neutral venue? It's
not Leipzig's fault either. That's the thing.
No. It's not Leipzig's fault. It's the government that have mandated that no UK guys are allowed to enter into Germany. So UEFA like, okay, but these games need to be played. So either you figure out a way to play this game and find a stadium, or Liverpool will get a bye. But then you say to yourself that should it be on UEFA to make it fair, neutral venue for both? I think that would be fair.
Yeah.
If you just say, okay, play both of these, but that that's the weird thing. You can't have two neutral venues. Then the whole home away thing is lost. If you have a neutral venue, one game. So okay, Hungary is a venue here, and then what's it called? Sweden is our other venue. But what? That doesn't make sense because Liverpool are like, okay, we want our home advantage, which is Anfield. Leipzig, you can have your home advantage, and we're perfectly happy to go through, but your government won't allow us to travel. So if it's two legs, it is what it is. Liverpool gets the Anfield advantage. So look, man, it's COVID. Because people say, oh, should the Bayern deserve to win because we only had one match? Look, it's COVID. So it is what it is, man. So we have to just live with it. So Rainey's Gold says, Barca have knocked out PSG in each of their last 3 UEFA encounters. Gets real.
Does the away goals count?
Let me answer this guy. I'll come to you. So Barca have knocked out. You see, this is what people do that sort of just gets to me. These are different teams, different iterations. The last time Barca faced PSG, who did Barca have? They had Neymar, they had Iniesta, they had Cannibal Suarez. They don't have any of these people, so never use this thing of history of, oh, this club has beat this club this many times. That makes nothing because we're in 2021 right now, and this is the worst Barcelona side I've seen in over 10 years.
Yeah,
So-
and plus we haven't before we faced Juve, we had the best record in home in the Champions League, and that record got broken. So records are meant to be broken. It doesn't really mean that much.
All right, so
Rain
Vil-
is cold. History always repeats itself until it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything.
so Vilton, what are you saying? Leipzig, Liverpool. How do you see this game going?
So how far is Hungary from England? Is it closer to Germany, or is it closer to England?
Oh no, it's closer to Germany. No, England it's a freaking island. England is away from the European mainland. So
Okay. I do think Leipzig is going to win this game because Liverpool, I don't trust those two center backs. I don't trust Henderson at center back. And I think Fabinho's injured. And I don't think Jens Milner is going to play. And Leipzig over the weekend, Upamecano didn't play. I believe Sabitzer didn't play either too. And Alexander Solarov didn't play too. So they arrested their player just for that Champions League game. And Liverpool played an entire starting 11 against Leicester. And right now, I know I don't like comparing league form to Champions League because Liverpool could just turn up against Leipzig and beat them. But the problem is, like, Liverpool confidence is really bad right now. Alisson making a mistake. So this is the type of game you expect him to have a good game, because that's why Liverpool bought him for, because of what Karius did in the Champions League final against us in 2018. But I'm a slightly lead towards Leipzig because Liverpool confidence is not the best at the moment. The fact you see Jurgen Klopp crying in the press conference, it tells you how.
was he crying?
I don't know. They say he was.
No, he wasn't crying. He wasn't crying. You see,
wasn't crying.
the way sort of like over exaggerates all of those headlines. So no, I wasn't crying, man.
But I'm slightly toward Leipzig. I'm gonna say 2-1 Leipzig.
Okay. Shout out to your boy Premier Marmos making his comeback. I'm not seeing him for a while, bro. 3-1 Leipzig and Salah penalty. Damn. Okay. Z-Man, how do you see this game going, man?
With this game, I understood why in the last two games, why Klopp decided to go with more of a congested center instead of playing more fluid. I understood that because the last thing you want is two center backs, two of them not necessarily being natural center backs. You would want to limit the amount of one-on-one chances they have with the striker, because they're just not natural. So with that being said, him changing his tactics, you look at Trent and on the right side, and if you're Leipzig, you're going to try to expose that, because that's been their number one weakness in the past two games. So Klopp is going to have to find a way to neutralize that that advantage that Leipzig do have. And in terms of who's most likely gonna make it out, I think it's gonna be Leipzig. I think Liverpool mentally are gone. I don't think they, like, if you watch the last game, they seemed like they were arguing with each other a lot. They seemed like there was no unity behind that team, and I feel like that's gonna play a lot into their downfall.
What's it called? Marvelous, talk to me. Leipzig against things. So guys, just keep in mind, man, I'm gonna probably be pulling away some guys so I can refresh the panel and allow guys to comment. So if I do, don't take it personally. We have to try and get as many people in here as possible due to the 10 people minimum. So
HH.
Yeah.
I'm not really keen on this game, so you can take me out. That's fine.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, HH. Take care.
Nice one. All right, Marvelous, talk to me about this game. So, guys, we have one free spot.
Well, I think this tie could not have come at a worse time for Liverpool. I think their confidence is shattered. I think there's distrust amongst the players. You know, you can see how Alisson didn't trust that Kabak would clear the ball. I think Klopp may be dealing with issues off the field that we don't even know. So I think it's just perfect timing for Leipzig to come in and say what's up. I think because of Leipzig's style and their gung-ho attack, it's going to be very high scoring, because I do feel that this will be the perfect game for Mane to pick up his boots. So we could have a situation where it's like a 4-3, a 3-3, a situation where both sides are just going at it. And because of Liverpool's defense being so depleted, I think Leipzig will definitely score. And then in that same breath, because Leipzig are gonna overcommit to score, they're gonna leave themselves open. And I see Salah and Mane, hopefully, if he's up for it, taking advantage. I think tactically, someone in the chat said that Leipzig have the better manager. I disagree. I think Liverpool are just in a rut. But who knows? Klopp may figure it out on that day.
So what score are you saying? What score are you saying?
I think it'll be high scoring. I think Leipzig will just about edge it. So maybe a 4-3.
What?
Yeah, a 4-3.
Wait,
Because
in the game or in the tie?
in the game. My thing is I think
4-3.
that Leipzig will try to go for it and kill the tie right there in the first leg. And because of how they will overcommit, Liverpool will be able to get some goals. I think it'll be a high-scoring first leg and a reserved second leg.
Okay.
Both teams will try to knock each other out.
Okay. So from your boy Real Janice, who says a few things. Anderson is super overrated. That's a bit harsh. He's going through a horrible period right now, but let's just not ignore what he was doing for a few years. Every keeper goes through really bad spots. Couture at the points looked horrible. Look at how good Couture looks now. Oblak is boss. I've got questions. Is this Oblak or is it just he's amazing to defense? PSG will beat Barcelona, we'll see. Red Bull Leipzig Liverpool will be very entertaining. Not sure what will happen. Last point, let's all take a second to laugh at United. See, Giannis, I don't have to laugh. Do you know why I don't have to laugh? I knew this from the start. Hence why I was quiet and kept silent in the court while they just kept on talking, man. Mo, talk to me about that.
Wait, does the away goals count or not? Because now it's not on away. It counts?
It counts.
Because
away
it's in neutral venue. Okay.
It counts. Away goal counts. So Mo, talk to me.
Liverpool in defense right now, they have this guy called Kabak who used to be with Schalke. And Leipzig destroyed Schalke for the past 4 or 5 games, and Kabak was part of that. Add to that the fact that you have probably Henderson and midfielder playing out of place, Alexander-Arnold's form, Alisson's form. Leipzig know that this defense, it's there for the taking. It can be snatched. So I'm expecting a high-scoring game because, on the other hand, Liverpool's attack is no joke either, So I'm expecting a high-scoring game, but I think Leipzig will be able to edge the first leg, maybe 3-2 or something like that.
So you're saying 3-2 to Leipzig?
Probably, yeah, because as I said, Liverpool's defense is weak, but they can still score. I still think Liverpool would go through in the second leg, but I think the first game will be I think Liverpool will score too, because as I'm not sure who said it, but someone said Leipzig may overcommit a bit. So I think they're going to overcommit, score their goals, but they're also going to leave chances. And I think they're going to at least win one of the 2 games, maybe even go through. I don't know. I think Upamecano will want to make a good farewell to Leipzig, his last season with the team, so he's going to make a good run. So I don't know. Yeah, I think 3-2 this first leg.
What's the call? Don't worry, we have guys waiting in the background. I'll soon bring them into the court. Eric, talk to me. Leipzig, Liverpool, how do you think it will go? Give me a score.
Yeah, I think Leipzig are the favorites for this game, which is saying a lot.
Favorites, why? Because of Liverpool's bad form, or because you feel that you should respect CL semi-finalists?
No, it's about Liverpool. It's about how badly they're playing. They can't defend, they can't score goals. It's a big problem. I don't know. I if they get knocked out by Leipzig, I worry for Liverpool fans. Honestly, it's looking very bad right now. There's nothing.
Because if they get knocked out and they don't get top 4,
it would be a disaster. Nobody could
and Eric, shh. If a certain team wins on Monday,
easy.
Shh. No. Shh. Anything. Just go. Talk.
Yeah. So as I was saying before, Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, Leipzig are the favorites for this game. Let's just pretend like that didn't happen. Leipzig are the favorites for this game.
So do you think there's a pressure for Liverpool to perform in this tie, or do you think that 2-1, Liverpool 2-1, 1-0, they can still do something at Anfield? But look, they're still vulnerable at Anfield.
There's a lot of pressure. I don't even know what to. Honestly, the mentality is the main issue. Is huge. The mental aspect of things is the main reason why the team doesn't look confident. They don't look like they know how to win games anymore. It looks really bad. So I'm expecting them to try. They will try, but it might be a case like where they played United. They'll try, but they'll just lose still because the team is just not good enough. And it's a really difficult position to be in. Because in that game against United, they played well. That was one of their best performances this season, but they still lost. So it's a very difficult. I should never be in a position that I think Leipzig are going to beat Liverpool. Based on the last 3 seasons, I shouldn't be in that kind of position. But the reality is the mentality, the mental aspect of things is huge. The psychology is huge.
So give me a score. Where are you going with scoreline wise?
Okay, so Liverpool can defend. Liverpool can score. So,
but Leipzig don't have any superstar players though. But still, they're still very well coached. One of the best coached teams in the world.
I'm gonna go with 2-1 Leipzig. I think the score might not necessarily reflect the game. You expect Liverpool to dominate possession, but they just won't get as many chances as they should, and they just won't score enough goals. So I'm going to say 2-1. Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to your boy Real Giannis. Thanks for the dub, bro. It says Alisson is good, but I feel everyone overrates him. I'll be real with you. When people were talking about Marcus Alisson, one of the best in the world, I was like, and even when he was voted in the FIFA Best Player of the Year, I was like, he was in the best team. I was like, really? And I think Liverpool fans always overrate their guys. The only guy from Liverpool who you say, okay, he deserves that, Van Dijk, Mane, Salah. When they're talking about Firmino, I was like, what? Henderson, what? Even Trent, I was like, really? Becker, he is a good keeper, but I've always felt that when Courtois wants to keep, Courtois is better, and nobody touches the daddy himself, Neuer. But he is good though, but just slightly overrated. Not hugely, slightly overrated, but let's just not hate on him now because he's trash. He's trash now because he's just bad on form, but let's just not hate on him now. Also, Sona, what are you saying about this game?
It's time for Liverpool to make that jump in form. It's time. We've been laughing at them enough. I've had my fun share of talking shit about them. But I think the Champions League is where it comes down for them. I think last season, the reason they got knocked out, a lot had to do with the fact that they were so good in the Premier League that it just came as such a shock. I can't really think of a reason that it happened because there is no reason it happened. It was a complete accident and a complete fluke that it happened last year. But either way, it did. So I think, I do like to.
So are Leipzig overwhelming favorites based on Liverpool's bad form, or do you feel Champions League, new competition, new thinking, they're going to come in here with a renewed energy?
No, I absolutely do not think that Leipzig are favorites. I think that Liverpool are favorites. Okay. I think because they have that Champions League, they have that thing of, hey, we need to get back on form, and they have the crucial thing. The away game is first. That's the game that they at least will do something with. Anfield, they can't do anything right now. It's become the cursed field or whatever. They can't play there right now. But at least the first game's at away, so they can get something there. Then we are fine. Go at home, no pressure on us. Just relax. We will just take a draw, take a 1-0, whatever. So I think Liverpool will have their A game at Leipzig. I think Leipzig, while they are good, I think just their tactics, their 3 at the back thing, it doesn't match up well with the front 3 of Mane, Firmino, and Salah. I think 3 forwards, like not wingers, but like 3 actual forwards versus 3 center backs is not a fun time for the center backs. So I think that it's just because it's a bad matchup that way tactically, and as well that it's a Champions League, and I think Liverpool are playing away right now, and they'll finally get it. I hate to say it, Liverpool fans, I've been talking crap, but I think it's just going to be a 0-2 win for Liverpool.
It's crazy. That is very because I think I'm going to post my previous hopefully sometime on Monday. But that is very. I think we are closer. You and my prediction is the closest that I've been. Like I think we're the only guys that think that Liverpool are going to win. I think Liverpool are going to win. I think they're actually going to beat them.
Same, I agree.
Leipzig, man. What's it called? Shout out to Bayern Fan TV. Says Leipzig will pimp slap Liverpool 4-0 in the first leg. Bayern Fan TV, you don't believe that. You don't believe that because you see, if that happens, we're gonna have civil war. As in, Liverpool fans will literally riot, and COVID will not be the greatest threat. It will be Liverpool fans being the greatest threat if that happens. If Liverpool gets deconstructed and realized 4-0, it'll be stupid. That would just come on, bro. That would just be completely and not stupid. No way. I fully 100% reject. If that happens. Don't even know what to say. Real, talk to me, man. How do you see this game rolling, man?
Yeah, I agree with you sooner. I think Liverpool are going to win, but I think they're going to win 2-1 because I think people forget that Leipzig's defense, the only top quality defender they've got is Upamecano, and Angelino is a very attacking left back, and he's going to leave space for Salah on the right. And the Leipzig's attack isn't that good. If you think about it, they don't have too many quality attacking players, and I think Klopp will know that this is the Champions League game. He's gonna try to hype up his team for this game, and he's trying to because he knows he's in bad form, so he's gonna try to use the Champions League as sort of a respite for the Premier League form.
So, what scoreline are you saying? What was the score?
2-1 Liverpool.
All right. Gatlock. So Gatlock, just to be clear here, Gatlock, do not abuse your mod status because your mod status can be removed very, very swiftly by your boy Halfop. Okay, don't delete any comments, man. Specific, even if they tell me to shut the heck up and everything, let me deal with them. Let your boy Donny Halfop deal with them. But you can't be deleting people's super chats. Don't even delete their chats unless they're being extremely racial. If people are being abusive, let's say what's up. If it's too excessive, then you can say what's up. But let's keep the chat as free as possible unless people try to mess it up with crazy, crazy things, racist, sexist, or crazy dudes. With that being said, Gatlock, give me a scoreline. How does this game roll down?
Man, yeah, no fun. All right, fine.
I know.
How do I say this? You see, the problem about Leipzig is that, Double H, who's their striker?
Poulsen.
Say that again, please.
What's wrong with Poulsen? He's all right, man. He's all right.
Bro, that rhymes with Poulos, but I don't say anything. Look, the guy is rubbish. Let's be honest. Okay, let's take him out of the equation. You see, the best player in that team is probably someone like Upamecano, especially in the defense, and he's not even their player anymore. He's going to Bayern. How would that affect the mentality going into this team or into this game for Leipzig? This is a tricky game. This is a tricky stuff to call. But you see, the thing is, will Liverpool score? That's the problem. Is if the attack turns up, good, then they should do something. But if the attack doesn't turn up, then they are finished. Because against Leicester, they actually played well, but they didn't convert their chances. So if the attack shows up, I think Liverpool will win. If the attack doesn't show up, then Leipzig can have a chance.
But the attack hasn't shown up for a while. So what are the chances that it shows up on Tuesday night and they sway strong?
It's a UCL. They need to step up. UCL, it's a different gravy. So I think it's going to be a draw, 2-2, possibly. But I won't be surprised if Leipzig wins.
So you're going to say 2-2?
Yeah, 2-2.
Okay. La Bestia, talk to me. This game.
Yo. First of all, like the vid, guys, if you haven't already. Like the vid. And second of all, shout out Martin Rosario.
Is this wait? Hold up. Is this Infinity Stones?
So basically, I think Leipzig.
Let me say it again. Is this Infinity Stones?
Might be.
It is Infinity Stones. Give
his
your
voice is
thoughts,
too
please.
deep
Thank
to
you.
be Infinity Stones.
Yeah, all right. Look. I think it's a 50-50 tie. Leipzig, they know how to counter press and they know how to counter gegenpressing. They showed that against when we faced him.
Okay. See. Sorry. Like that mic was heading towards the scholar. Okay, wing mic. That was a wing mic. First off, if you're going to change your username, try to change your voice. If you're not even going to be able to change your voice, at least have a quality mic. So you try to change your name, thinking that nobody would know it was you. I knew it was you. You come in and your mic is a scholar and they're in a wing. That has to be the biggest flop I've seen for a Hangout in a long time. See, I want to make this guy go last because I don't like him. Kule, go before that Joker with the B in his avatar. Kule,
we talk about Liverpool.
No, yeah. No, we will circle back to Barcelona afterwards, but now let's talk Leipzig, Liverpool.
Liverpool is a team that's it's a sad story, to be honest, because you saw and like last year, like they were a team coming up, they won the league, everything was going great, and now everything's kind of come down. And with the result of COVID, I feel like Liverpool kind of lost that magic because Anfield is a special place for them. And what's Anfield if it doesn't have the fans, if it doesn't have the environment, and if it doesn't have that, it feels like kind of like the energy is kind of sapped out of it. And I think with a lot of the decisions, not only with the team, but also with the management as well. As you know, the Liverpool owners is FSG, and they're like an American owner. American owners in the terms of football, it's not that good. So, but for the game specifically, it's looking bad. I don't want to talk a lot of crap because
so you're saying that Liverpool should be fearful. You're saying
yes. They should be very depending on who's in the center back pairing, because no Van Dijk, no Matip. Like, who do they have? Like Kubak, who's that?
Yeah.
They don't have really much to work with.
But don't you see? My argument is they're playing like trash. 100%. They know they're poorly on form.
Mm-hmm.
But don't you think that Champions League, new competition, and so forth, it maybe will bring out a different element in them?
A new element, but the thing is though, what do they have to work with in the beginning? Because they're literally working with scraps. Besides the main team, there's kids and they're not that great. So of course, Liverpool is a bigger team and they have that ethos of winning in the Champions League. But the thing is though, they're not doing good right now, and I think their situation it's a bit too much, I think, to kind of cope with. Well, the thing is though, CL is probably their only tournament they have left to fight for. So it's kind of like you can go all out for it, but can you win it? We'll have to see.
So give me a score, and then how do you see this score going?
I see. So Liverpool are away, right?
Yes. So Leipzig are at home. I mean, it's in Hungary, but technically, Leipzig are the home side.
I say 3-1. Liverpool get the away goal through Salah.
Okay. Len Labine. Give us your thoughts.
AJ, you haven't gone to me.
Bro. How can you say you don't like me?
Abdullah, don't worry. I'll come to it. Abdullah, don't worry. I'll save the best for last. Len
Bro,
Labine, talk to me.
bro, how can you say you don't like me? Oh, that's
mate. Just talk about this damn match, man.
Mute your mic. Mute your mic. Now, okay. So I've been itching to come talk. Happy Valentine's Day. I've been with my lady, so I couldn't come. Anyways. Anyways, let's talk about. I think we overrate Leipzig a little because I don't think it's about Leipzig. I think it's about Liverpool. Will they turn up or will they not turn up? But I think what's this guy's name? Osasuna. I think he was talking about how Atletico game was a fluke. I don't think it was a fluke. I think if you look at the peak of Liverpool under Klopp, it's not been about scoring a lot of goals. It's been about defending very well. They if you notice they win 1-0 a lot. They win 2-1, 2-0 a lot. If you compare it to Pep's kind of or City's kind of, City can score 5 and all the kind of, they're free scoring. So Liverpool are really not free scoring like that. So the moment they started running out of ideas, I think Terry from Football Terrace was always saying it from the beginning of last year. You could see that they started running out of ideas in because they just go at you with so much firepower. But at the end of the day, teams just started knowing how to defend against them, and it will take them a lot of time before they'll score that one goal and win the game. But it started becoming like, well, they couldn't do that all the time. There was a game against West Ham where they were 2 goals down and they came back again. But it was looking like it was going to blow up in their face at some point. Then they lost against Atletico in the first leg 1-0. Atletico are the perfect team to defend in that way. Then they played Chelsea in the FA Cup. They lost 2-0. It wasn't a fluke. Then they played the second leg, they lost, and they played Watford. So they've been on a downward spiral because they've been trying to be as creative as maybe a City, like play a different style. And so that's what he was trying to do by bringing in Thiago. Obviously, it's not worked out. But the truth of the matter is that their decline started since. What exposed it now is because they've always been good defending. So they don't have a problem defending. They just want to score that one goal and win. But now they can't defend anymore because.
So are you then saying that?
So I'm saying it's about
heavy favorites?
No. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying we are overrating Leipzig. Or it's about Liverpool. If Liverpool turns up on the day, they'll beat Leipzig. But if Liverpool does not turn up, I'm telling you, it can be really bad.
What are the chances that they turn up out of nowhere when they've not turned up for 4 or 5 games now?
That's the thing. That's the thing, really. But I think if Liverpool turns up, they win 2-1, 3-1, thereabout. If Liverpool have a catastrophic game, it can be very, very bad. It can be very, very bad. It can get bad because Leipzig are one of those teams that play. They don't care about their defending, and if they go at you, it can be very bad. So I don't know really, but the chances, I'll just be safe with Liverpool and say 2-1 to Liverpool just for safety because they can turn up. They can turn up, but I'm telling you, if they don't turn up, they can get pimp slapped, man.
Easy, relax. Abdullah, talk to me. What goes down in this game against Leipzig, Liverpool?
Like the Liverpool defense look iffy, man. Because if you look at Kabak, Anderson, now that Fabio is even out, and it's a little bit. It's bad. Yeah, I think Salah, Mane needs to. Both of them need to turn up because both of them have looked suspect a lot. Recent matches they've been looking so suspect. I really don't know, maybe in the training region or judging club or the way and the game pressing he's been playing. I really don't understand, but I think he needs to turn up. Yeah, we could say Champions League is a different ball game, but this is what we need to understand. Salah and Mane has not been turning up. And it's gonna be a difficult situation for them against Leipzig wants to attack, but this is where we're gonna know if truly Nagelsmann is a really good coach because he's been giving so many.
The fact remains is that Liverpool have the better players now. Or because you have the better players doesn't mean that you win, but having that fact that if I think even Ben even said if Liverpool turn up, they just switch it on, they will beat Leipzig.
Yeah,
but will they? That's the question.
That's the problem with it. They have to put and see. But I think I'm still gonna edge it to Liverpool because I believe Klopp will find a way to kind of galvanize that team and make them play better. I'm gonna go with them 2-1 Liverpool.
That's near to my scoreline. 87. Talk to me. Liverpool Leipzig.
Hi, this is my first time here, so
Aloha.
If I do mess up, please let me know. So for me, this is like a difficult one because I think man to man, Liverpool is a better team than Leipzig. You know, And I think right now, Liverpool in this kind of period of state, I never expected this to be this bad. And I think Leipzig have the real chance to do something here, At the same time, though, it's still Liverpool. Liverpool still have one of the best trios. They still have Salah, Mane, Firmino. And they still have they still have a very good fullbacks in Robertson and Trent. So it's kind of hard to say what's going to happen exactly in this game, So,
but if you're Leipzig, should you go in feeling very confident or should you be cautious? So should you be confident because, hey, these guys look really bad? Or should you be cautious because it's still Liverpool and these guys could easily turn up? So what kind of mentality do you think Leipzig will be coming into that game with on Tuesday night?
I think they'll be confident. I don't think they'll be too much confident because, of course, they still want to respect the team. So I think every team should respect, but obviously it shouldn't be too arrogant,
Too respectful, yeah.
So I think they'll still be confident,
Give me so what score are you saying? Just for the not the side, just for the Tuesday nights in Hungary, but obviously Leipzig have the home advantage. What score are you feeling?
I feel like if Leipzig score early goal, then I think Leipzig will probably win this game. I would say maybe 3-1. It's kind of a tough one. Maybe 2-1.
Okay, so you're saying 3-1 to who?
Leipzig.
Okay. So let's just switch things up. So let me bring in Mr. Sourceman says, name a scenario in the CL that would provoke a 24-hour stream. Oh, there are several scenarios. If Pepe gets knocked out before the final, if PSG win the Champions League, if either, if he wins, actually no, actually wouldn't even do a post-match stream if he did. If either any of the big teams gets pimp slapped, if let's say Juve, Bayern or so forth gets pimp slapped 6-0, 7-0, so there are many 24-hour. There are many 24-hour streams, but I think if there is one definitive 24-hour stream, it's if PSG win the CL. If Mbappe wins the CL, we're doing a 7-day. If Messi drags these guys to a CL, that's a definite 24-hour, 100%. That's a 100% 24-hour. If those are ones that if Pep wins, see now, if Pep loses 24-hour, if Pep wins, Natsa may have to host. Natsa may have to host. Okay, let's look. Speaking of Juventus, man, let's actually look at these Juve guys, man. So Juventus, man, guys, I'll be real with you here. I mean no offense to FC Porto fans. No offense whatsoever to FC Porto fans. I love you guys. You guys are swell. You guys are amazing. But can we keep it a stack here? In my humble opinion, and guys, I'm just being respectful here. I don't mean to be rude. I have all the love in the world for FC Porto fans. Juve aren't even great because I watched the Juve Napoli game. Juve ain't great. They ain't great. They're just very functional. Very functional, but they're not. This is one of the weaker Juve teams there's been in a long time. But I just think that they have Cristiano, who's a goal machine, and I just think that they just have guys who can execute a lot better than whoever FC Porto can, and just that experience, I think, will count in their favor. So I think Juve win the tie, 100%. But let's just see what happens, because the best chance of FC Porto doing anything is they have to hold home court. If FC Porto lose in Portugal, then you might as well just forfeit the whole thing. So, Mo, FC Porto Juve, first leg in Portugal, what do you say? Score.
Like you said, no disrespect to Porto, but there's only one way this game ends, or at least this tie ends over 2 legs. Like, the best case scenario for Porto is get a draw at home and then lose away, I think. I don't think they're going to do that either. I think Juve win away. Like you said, Cristiano, he loves the Champions League. He loves to score in the knockout rounds. So the first leg was in Portugal, right?
Yes.
Yeah, honestly, I'm going to say 3-1 Juve. Ronaldo scores a hat-trick or something like that. I honestly don't see how Porto win this game. I really don't.
So you're saying 2-1 in Portugal, or 2-1 to Juve in Portugal.
3-1.
Cristiano hat-trick?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Fuck. All right. What was it called? Kule. FC Porto against Juve, first leg in Portugal. What's the
What's the main formation of Porto? Like, what formation do they usually use?
Well, let's find out and research, shall we? But my thing though is that whatever formation they use or whatever they roll with, I think it's going to be highly unlikely that these guys do anything. So, from what I see here, they roll with a 4-4-2. It seems as if they are rolling with a 4-4-2, two strikers.
Pretty much, their goal is to not concede a goal. But that's pretty much it. I don't think they're gonna be. It's gonna be like a defensive match. It's just gonna be Porto sitting back, men in front of the ball, and then.
Well. Okay. In their final CL game against Olympiacos, they had a 4-3-3. So.
They cannot play open-ended. Unless they do, they'll get destroyed. So, pretty much, like, if the best chance for Porto, like the best case scenario would be if Porto concede no goals and just keep a 0-0 draw. But realistically, looking at it forward, 3-0, Ronaldo stat pad. It's going to be Ronaldo's stat.
Wait, so you think that they're going to lose 3-0 at home?
Yeah, Ronaldo's stat pad session. It's going to be a stat. It's going to be a stat pad session, bro.
Marvelous, talk to me, man. What's going to happen? You know what? I'm really disrespecting FC Porto, but it is what it is. FC Porto, talk to me, man.
Well, if you're FC Porto, then you're just hoping that Pirlo makes an inexperienced mistake. You know, you're hoping that Pirlo just flops it and that the players, either because they can't figure out what Pirlo wants them to do or because they just choke or they fail to put away their chances because they're taking the game for granted, thinking it's an easy win, you're able to either draw at home or sneak away with, by winning 1-0. But irregardless of what happens in the home tie, I only see this ending one way. I think Juve will go through,
No. What happens in the game in Portugal? In that game in Portugal, do you think FC Porto hold home court, or do you think Juve beat them in Portugal?
See, this is a thing. Not to come across as a history merchant, but Porto's home stadium, Drago, if I'm not mistaken, it's a notoriously hard place to win in the Champions League. So it may end in a 0-0 draw. Or 1-0 for Porto. See, it's either going to be a 0-0 or 1-0 for Porto or just an embarrassment. And I hope it's not an embarrassment.
Choose a scoreline. What scoreline do you think it will be? You have to choose. You can't just give me 3 scorelines. Choose a specific scoreline.
I think it will be Juve 2, Porto 1.
Okay. Gatlock, talk to me. Juve Porto in Portugal, first leg.
I don't even know where we're seeing a time previewing this match. Like, seriously.
So you don't think FC Porto stand a chance at home? So the key thing, we're not talking about the tie. In Portugal, do you think that FC Porto will at least win in Portugal, or do you think that Juve will actually beat them here and beat them in Italy?
You see, Porto have been decent, even in the Champions League, looking at their records. I've not really watched them play, but yeah, no, I think Juventus will still win. Okay, they have to bounce back from their loss in Napoli. They need to make a statement in the Champions League. The Champions League is what they are going for, man. Look at what they did to Barcelona in the last game. I know that was back in December, but still. So yeah, look, Juventus are going to win. I feel they're going to win. Maybe it's not going to be an embarrassment. Maybe 2-0 to Juventus. Or 3-1.
Eric, talk to me. Score. FC Porto Juve in Portugal.
Yeah, I was going to bring up what Marvelous said. That's a very interesting point because the only obvious chance that Porto has is the fact that they have Juve have Pirlo as their manager. So his inexperience could help, right? But I feel like despite the inexperience of Pirlo, I think the team is just too strong. So I'm expecting Cristiano to score. Um, I'm going to go with the 3-1 or 1-3.
Damn.
Yeah.
What's it called? Osasuna, talk to me.
I think it's Pepe against Ronaldo again, eh? Well, not again for the first time. They're now playing against each other. That's really interesting.
But it's a much older version of Pepe, who in the same as you.
And it's a much older version of Ronaldo as well, eh?
Yeah. Well, but you would say Cristiano has probably grown older, better than Pepe has. I don't think Pepe is the same as it was in 2016. So
no. So I think this will be actually quite difficult for Juve to navigate. I think they have a lot of holes in their let's just say they're not balanced. It's like they have a weakness in their defense, they have a weakness in their midfield, and they have a weakness in their attack. They have strengths in all those areas, but they also have weaknesses. So they're just holes all over the place that can be exploited. So I think it's going to be very difficult to navigate for Juve. I think that what's it called? If Arthur's playing, if Dybala's playing, they're going to come in key. It's basically Ronaldo's going to do his thing, but I think it comes down to the other players in the midfield and attack whether Juve will be successful or not. And I think it's going to be pretty mediocre. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw.
Oh, 1-1 draw. Okay. Ben, talk to me. Give me that score.
So that's not to get out of my mouth. 1-1 draw. That was what I was going to go for.
Which pretty much screws FC Porto because FC Porto have to hold court. So you agree that they're not coming
Yeah,
to
we're not talking about the whole tie. I'm just talking about, I don't know. You never can tell, really. Look at Leon, what Leon did with Juventus last season. So I don't think Juventus are as scintillating as we're trying to. And I don't think Porto is as bad. I just think we've not seen them that much. And so I always try to give people like that benefit of the doubt, so that don't just so that they don't spill the milk on your face. So I think it's a 1-1 draw. Yeah, I just because I've not seen them. You don't just judge teams that way, really. I don't think so, because I don't think anyone could have judged Leon versus Juventus last season. So I think, and Juventus are really, really not that good. Really, they're not that good. It's not like we're talking about peak Juventus or peak Madrid, that kind of team. So I think
so you're sticking with
Porto have a good
1-1.
chance. Yeah, just because Juventus are still very good, so I'm trying to put them in the game. But normally I would have gone with a shock result, maybe like a 1-0 for Porto, but I'll go with them 1-1 just because it's Juventus. They probably say what's up.
Eric, talk to me, man. What score you say? What score say you for the first leg in Portugal? Porto Juve.
Yeah, I already spoke. 3-1. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Abdullahi, talk to me.
Just because they have Cristiano Ronaldo, I'll kind of give it to Ronaldo. But this thing can swing in two ways because the Porto Juventus even look a little bit iffy, and Pedro is kind of really inexperienced manager who you can't really trust that much. So it's dicey. It could be 1-1, it could be 2-2, it could be 0-0. But that Porto Stadium is it's very difficult stadium to go and win at. But the difference between you have Cristiano Ronaldo, who is a goal scorer. So I think I'll hedge it to Juventus. I'll just edge it to Juventus a little bit. I'll hedge it.
So score. What score?
I'm gonna say 2-1, but I'll not be surprised if I see a shocker though. I won't be surprised.
Okay. 87. Talk to me, man. Porto against Juve.
This one's an interesting one. I think we all expect Juventus to go through over this tie. However, Porto did keep out Manchester City and put out a 0-0 draw. So, I think Porto will probably park the bus in this game, probably play in a back five. And I remember that game. Marcy made a lot of saves.
So would it be smart for Porto to park the bus knowing that this is their home tie and you have to win? You have to win your home tie. Away, that's when you sit back and you counter punch because of course you're playing against the stronger team in their home stadium. So do you think it would be wise for them to sit back in that home tie in the first leg?
You do make a good point because I don't know. I mean, you do make a good point that Porto, like if they go all in, I think they could be cowed out, cowed out of the counter attack. So
Yeah.
it's kind of difficult to see what Porto's approach will be. You do make, I don't know, honestly. So.
So do you see Porto holding home court, or do you say Juve will beat them in Portugal, or are you going to say draw?
It's kind of difficult, to be honest. I'm going to say that Juve will get that away goal, and I think Porto will somehow get a goal. So I'll say 1-1 draw, I guess.
Okay, that's fair. So, guys, now this is now one of the more exciting games, man. And when this draw was made, I said this is going to probably be one of the most exciting games, which is Sevilla Dortmund. See, here's my thing, though, is when the draw was made, I said 50-50. But as we're approaching Wednesday, Sevilla, I think, are now going to be heavily favored. And I think Sevilla are now the slight favorites here. I think Sevilla have been playing better. Dortmund have still been struggling up and down. And this Dortmund side are a team who, even with their new manager, I'm not even really buying these guys. I mean, this is right here. So last few games, these guys only beat Paderborn 3-2, lost 2-1 to Freiburg, and drew 2-2 with Hoffenheim. I know it's a Bundesliga and so forth. League is different, but that isn't great form going into Sevilla and Seville, knowing how well Sevilla play in Seville. My fear is, and this is my fear, Sevilla could end this in Seville. Sevilla could end this in Seville, and I think if you're Lopetegui and so forth, you could sense blood, and it just depends on how ruthless do they want to be. Do they want to just, okay, cool, let's just win the game? Because I still think Sevilla could beat them in Dortmund very easily. And for me, for Dortmund is, will Sancho and Haaland show up? Yeah, Reina, but my thing is that they only go as far as Sancho, and if Sancho and Haaland don't show up, Dortmund are completely and utterly screwed. Sevilla, I think, are more of a team that are less dependent on individuals. But Papo Gomez is there, and you saw the freaking G that he pulled off. So me comes first to Osasuna, man. What are you saying here, man? Sevilla and Dortmund. First game in Seville. Score. How do you see the game going?
Dortmund have been rotten. They've been completely rotten. I don't see them winning anywhere. Who have they beaten? Augsburg. They beat Leipzig, apparently.
Yeah,
that's a thing. But that's really it. So, and in contrast to Sevilla, who look very decent in the league. Let me just look up their form quickly. Sevilla right now have very good form in the league and have just beaten Barcelona recently. They've won 5 games, their last 5 games in all competitions. And there is no reason for that not to continue. I rate Lopetegui at Sevilla. I think he has recovered his career there. I think he's doing well now. I think it's going to be a routine 3-1 win for them.
So what? 3-1 to Sevilla?
Yeah.
All right. Mo, what are you saying?
Look, bro, like you guys said, Dortmund haven't been doing that well. Sevilla have. But when you have the likes of Haaland and Sancho, you can't really count them out fully. I still think Sevilla are the favorites because, as you said, they're more of a unit, they're more of a team. But you can't just really discard Dortmund because they still have Marco Reus. I think he's fit. When he balls, he can ball.
But how many times do Dortmund keep letting us down? All the times and so forth. And during the biggest times, these guys just fail to show up. So why should we still have faith that they'll show up? And this is not an easy opponent. It's
definitely not an easy opponent. Like Sevilla are a very decent team, especially like under Lopetegui, and they have some good talent. Papu Gomez and Serie, those guys, they're decent. But as I said, and I still think Sevilla are the favorites. But all I'm saying is, even though, like you said, Dortmund have continuously flopped on the big stage, they still have talent, and you can't deny that talent. That's my opinion. And when you have that kind of talent, especially in attack, you can't completely count them out. So for this game specifically, I'm gonna say Sevilla, as good as they are, sometimes they're not the most clinical team either. That's the thing. They miss chances. They miss a lot of chances at times. So it just depends if you catch them on a good day or on a bad day. Like, you remember what Giroud did to them, and that was Giroud. Like, Haaland is 10 times better than Giroud. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this is hard, man. Sevilla. I'm gonna say it ends 2-2 or 1-1. I think it's gonna be a draw.
Oh, so you don't think Sevilla will win at home?
I think they'll play better, but they're gonna miss a lot of chances. That's what I think will happen, and then end up drawing.
Wow.
But I think they go through, they win away or something like that, or go through on away goals. I think Sevilla win overall, but this game ends in a draw.
87. What are you saying?
For me, honestly, Dortmund's attack is very good. It's just their defense has just been awful. And I just feel like Sevilla can really expose that defense. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like Sevilla are like very good attacking wise and defensively. And they beat my team Barcelona 2-0 last week, and they played they were pretty good, you know. So with that said, I think Sevilla will win this game. I think En-Nesyri's been on really good form. Pablo Gomez just signed for them, and I just feel like Sevilla they're a very good team, and I feel like Bona's a really good goalkeeper for them as well. So also Sevilla wins 3-1. I think Dortmund will score simply because Haaland and Sancho are so good. But I do expect Sevilla to win.
Okay. Ben, Sevilla, Dortmund.
Okay. I think Champions League is always different, but I'm not saying that to say Dortmund are a team who have some sort of belief, or I don't think they have that kind of team spirit. But there are few players in like football history who really turn up in some kind of games, and I think Haaland is one of those players who I think he really loves. I think he really loves the Champions League. I think
Ben, you're right, because I remember when he turned up in that World Cup final, man. You're right.
I'm talking about Champions League. Thank you. Talking about Champions League, I'm talking about World Cup finals.
Okay, it's true. You're right. I remember when he turned up in that Champions League semi, that Champions League final, man. I remember those 2 games. And I said, I do. I remember. You're right. I said, you're right. You're right.
R9 never won a Champions League.
Can you just talk about in Haaland?
He never won a Champions League. Anyways, so I think it's gonna be like a 2-2 draw, just because Haaland.
So Sevilla, as good as they are, as well as they play, they're not gonna win.
I don't think they're gonna win. They may win away, but I don't think they'll win at home. I don't think this game. I don't think they'll win, just because Dortmund have something to bounce from. They have something to react to, and I just think that you of all people, you've underrated Haaland too much to keep on doing this right now again.
All I want is a goal in a CL semi or a CL final. That's it.
Well, but at least at this stage of the CL, he's proven himself. He scored several times. He did it against PSG.
CL semi, CL final. That's my yardstick. Until you do that in semi-final, I can't.
Is this a CL? Is this a CL semi? Is this a CL quarters? This is CL round of 16, and he has done it before.
Until he scores in a CL semi or CL final, I can't take him seriously. I'm sorry.
R9.
Cool. Meet your mic. Coolly, talk to me, man.
All right, so Sevilla, Dortmund.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't know why people are still kind of hyping this matchup. I think Sevilla is clearing away the favorites. Well, looking at Dortmund's record and statistics so far, they out of the 5 games, they've only won 1 game, and they only have a goal difference of 10. So the goals they have for them is 41 for the season of Bundesliga, and the goals against them is 31 goals against them. So their defense is not that great. It's really not that great. And I think with the tools that Sevilla have and the style that they play which is more possession, which is the way that Lopetegui likes to play, they're gonna keep the ball, and they're gonna run with the ball, and they're gonna shoot a lot. And I think with players like Papu Gomez, with En-Nesyri, and also with players like Rakitic as well, who loves shooting outside the box. And then you also have players in the bench like Monir as well, who can also score if needed to be. So yeah, I think Sevilla are clear and far away the favorites. And predictions, I would give it like a 3-1. Like maybe Haaland scores like a goal, but to be honest, I think Sevilla are clear and away.
So you're saying what 3-1 to Sevilla?
3-1 to Sevilla, yeah. Sevilla are clear favorites. They're walking this.
Eric, did you talk on this?
No, I haven't talked yet.
All right, Sevilla Dortmund, talk to me.
Yeah. Before I go on with the Sevilla Dortmund thing, I just wanted to address what someone said earlier about Holland being so much better than Giroud. I don't think you should be comparing these two players. Giroud is an established player. He's won trophies. He's made his mark. So I don't think it's right to compare these two players. Holland still has a long way to go. You could say he's more talented, but he still has a lot to do.
No. But I think even if Giroud definitely has more experience and won more trophies, we can still say that Haaland is a better striker. We can already say that he's a better goal scorer.
Maybe we can. Yeah, okay. Maybe we can say that. But Giroud also has a pretty good record as a striker as well. But moving on from that, Sevilla v. What was it? Sevilla v.
Dortmund.
Yeah. On paper, Dortmund should win it. They are the better team on paper, but they haven't been. They don't know. It seems like they don't know how to defend. This season they're a little bit too open. I don't know. I feel like calling them bottlers again, but I don't know. I don't want to be too harsh, but I don't ever expect anything from these people. I put faith in them. They look good at times. They look really promising.
But they keep letting you down.
Exactly. They keep letting me down. They keep, underperforming. So this game can go it could go anywhere. I would say Sevilla. I'm expecting Sevilla to win this game, but let's just see what happens. I'm gonna go for a 2-1 win for Sevilla.
Damien, talk to me. How do you see this rolling down?
I think this should be Sevilla's.
Whoa, man, your mic, we can't hear you, bro. Boost the mic.
This better?
Okay, talk.
Yeah, I think this is Sevilla's tie to lose. Dortmund don't really look that good. I mean, their new manager right now. I'm not really a fond of him. I mean, whenever I see Dortmund's game, it doesn't look that appealing. I mean, Dortmund should win, but because they have the better players, with Haaland, Sancho, Reina, all of them
guys are saying, why do you sound like a mouse? Is it like you're whispering? Boost your mic, man. Boost your mic. We can hardly hear you, bro. Boost that mic.
Is it better?
Slightly. Keep talking. Just keep talking.
Okay. Yeah, but I think that Sevilla.
So give me that score.
3-1 Sevilla.
Okay. Yes, I said, talk to me, man. How does this game go? Sevilla against Dortmund.
Do you guys hear me?
Beautifully crystal clear.
Sevilla, Dortmund. I mean, I feel like anyone with the brain, like Abdullahi says, and with eyes.
Whoa, hold on. Yes, yeah. Have you changed internet providers or something? Because you sound crystal 4K HD clear, man. This is the clearest that you've ever sounded in a long time.
Hey, I've been working too hard, I mean.
That cash is coming through, man. That cash is coming through, baby.
Oh, so yeah, I believe anyone that is keeping up with German football can tell you that Dortmund is going down, and I'm absolutely happy about it. Sevilla just beat Barcelona 2-0 in the Copa del Rey first leg. So is Sevilla bottled this? I mean, after they are like the reigning Europa League champions. This is the first time they've been through to the knockout round since like several years ago after they knocked out Man United. Oh my God!
So who do you, in this game? Who do you think are favorites? Do you think Sevilla favorites, or do you think
absolutely
we need to respect Dortmund more?
I mean, I feel like it's disrespectful not to make Sevilla favorites because I feel like this Dortmund team is a joke, in my opinion. They pretty much pretty much Holland and the young players, and inshallah, all the expert players and the all the players like Emery Chan, which is a reject from Liverpool and Juventus, is trash. Hummels is way past it, and they have been carrying this team down. And I have an agenda. I'm an agenda merchant. That's who I am. And I don't want Borussia Dortmund to make it out of this round. So
Whoa, whoa,
let's
whoa,
go
whoa, whoa.
Sevilla.
No, no,
Let's
no,
go.
no. Whenever you have an agenda or a narrative, you need to explain. Because, bro, I can explain you my Mbappe Pep narratives very simply. What is your Dortmund narrative, and why don't you want them to go through? I need that narrative explained.
Because I mean, all you have to is go on Twitter and understand there's a big beef between Man United fans and versus Dortmund. They screwed us over with Jadon Sancho. So I mean, free Sancho, hashtag free Sancho, free Holland. Get those boys out of there. Get Brainer out of
Yes,
there.
yeah. Have
Yes.
some shame, have some self-respect. Because of Sancho, you now wish evil on a bunch of young upstarts. You're supposed
I mean,
to.
they screwed us over. That was
They're
a whole summer. They
yes,
told us.
Said. These are orphans, and this is an orphanage where young people go to grow. Why wouldn't you put your support behind an orphanage that's wear yellow and black?
But also, I mean, if I'm being objective, if I'm being 100% objective, like Dortmund is I don't believe they're a good run club, anyways. Like the manager they have is trash. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Was Lucien Favre that bad? That this manager is clueless. This guy is clueless.
But this guy, he doesn't really have that much experience. But no, Lucien Favre, no, he was that bad. He was that bad. Okay. So Charles, give me a final score. Give me a final score because I want to bring
For
everyone
the
back.
first leg, I will say Dortmund will score. So I will actually, 3-1. 3-1 with Sevilla.
Okay.
Yeah.
So guys, I'm gonna bring everyone back in. So especially for those who didn't talk about the whole Barca thing. So let's get everyone back in here. Everyone back in here like a big party. So let me come first to Kule. So Kule, Barcelona, PSG, Tuesday. What are you saying? How are you feeling? Do you feel confidence? They don't have Neymar.
You know, I didn't talk about Sevilla, right?
I know. Don't worry. We will combine them both. We'll combine them both. Mute your mic. Kule. So talk to me. How confident do you feel for your boys going into that game?
So, how confident do I feel? I feel it's mix and mix. Be honest, because if you told me that Neymar was playing, I wouldn't bother watching. But like now, since Neymar's not there, since Marco isn't there, and Di Maria, I feel like that we have more chances. But the issue is, we still have the same issues that we've been having the last 3 or 4 years, and that's the defense. Exactly. And if I was Pochettino, I would look at that. Okay, we're going to attack through the left side because Alba can't defend for shit. Alba is terrible defensively. The guy is going to go up front, and then he's not going to track back. Mbappe is going to run through, and then.
But as cramp as Alba is defensively, do you still feel he can still give you something attacking wise, or do you think his legs are gone? He doesn't provide enough offensively.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking, though. I think this is going to be a game of goals. It's going to be a game of like, okay, who's going to outscore who, and I think that's just going to be That's going to be the approach that we're going to have to take. It's just okay, fine. If you score 2, we're going to have to score 3 or 4, and that's just going to have to be our foot forward. Is going to be relying more on Messi and the attack, on guys like Griezmann, Pedri.
Will Griezmann show up?
He has been showing up in our biggest games so far. He has been showing up.
Kule, this is CL. This isn't Granada or Elche. This is CL. I say, is he going to show up on Tuesday nights?
He showed up. He showed up on the last round of 16 last year against Napoli. He showed up. He scored that goal. So I think he can show up, but we'll have to see. But he still has that in him where he can still bottle it. But I'm still looking more at what Us can do mostly. Because the Us, we need that pace.
Easy. So do you have a scoreline? Do you see Barca getting the 2-1 win, 3-1 win? Because we had some wild scorelines that I completely disregarded. What scoreline do you see See what's up on Tuesday night, bro.
3-2 Barca.
That's not great. 2 away goals.
I know, but we're going to concede. It's a fact. But like we're just gonna have to outscore.
Okay. Mr. Sam, there. Thoughts? Barcelona and what's it called? PSG. Thoughts? How do you see the game going Tuesday night?
I think this game is really going to depend on Moiskin because if he can
Excuse me?
score, yeah, I said Moiskin. If Moiskin can perform for PSG,
Wait,
because
hold
don't
on.
expect anything from Mbappe.
Hold on. So we're talking about Mbappe, Neymar.
That's the thing.
Marco.
You
Can I
guys
land? We're talking about Mbappe, Neymar, Marco, Griezmann, the Us, and you open your mouth.
Oh God.
2 hours 21 seconds. You open your mouth 2 hours 21 and you say, "Moist what?"
This game is going to depend on the striker. That's what you don't understand. It's not
I
going
don't
to depend
care
on
what position
Mbappe.
he plays. You say the game is going to depend on who? Excuse me?
Moiskin, because look, Mbappe is going to be full. They will focus on him. So Moiskin will have to be clinical if he gets his chances. It's that simple. It's that simple. Seriously, I think you guys get hyped with this whole
Okay, cool.
superstars and everything.
I know Mbappe is trash. I already said Mbappe is a brick. He's useless. I already said it. Give me a score.
Is that Icardi
Mute
game?
your mic, man. Sam, what scoreline? Give me a scoreline.
Yeah, I think it's a 2-2 draw.
2-2. Where did you get that 2-2 draw from? What will get that 2-2 draw?
No, because if you look at it, both teams are not that good. And
Who
I
do you
can see
support?
Messi
Who do you
doing
support,
some
my friend? Who do you support?
Oh, I support Chelsea.
Okay, just continue. So, Ben, mute your mic. Ben, I can see whenever you unmute your mic. Okay, so Ben, mute your mic.
Oh my God.
This is useless, man.
Oh my God. Oh God. Okay, I'll mute my mic. I'll mute my mic. I'll hold my peace.
Good. It's that sounds. I'm just talk. So how do you see this? How do you see this game going?
I can see Moiskin scoring a goal and maybe Kimpembe too. So I can see Messi. I think Messi would score the 2. I don't think Griezmann is really going to do anything. And Dembele, he might even get benched. He might not start the game. So
relax.
No, really.
I need him for my narrative. Ben, since you're a fake Barca fan, how do you think your team is going to do? And do you think with no Neymar, Barca should feel extra confident there?
Last week when you asked me this, or if you laughed at me, I said Barcelona. And I'm going to say it again. I trust my team, and I trust my team. Basically, I'm going to say that I trust my team. It's going to be end to end. It's not going to be teams packing the box, which Barcelona really are completely powerless against. It's going to be open, and since it's going to be open, yes, we will be at a disadvantage. But I still think when it's open, we can also be an advantage as well. I think Messi. I think Alba. Not Alba from the back. I mean Alba from the front. Because at the front, I think it's still Alba. Then Griezmann can turn up. Yeah, we have bodies, so I think it's gonna be. We have what it takes to do it.
So okay, you're confident of the victory.
I'm confident. As a fan, I'm confident.
No. The way you said, in that high pitched manner means that you're maybe not too confident. So
I'll go with it. I'll go with a 3-1 to Barcelona.
So is this 3-1 based on Neymar being out, or 3-1 because you feel like Barcelona are ready?
Last time I said, well, that there's a mental blockage, and I think everything has. Sorry, you guys mentioned some players who are out already. I don't know. Can you remind me?
Mark. So Di Maria is out. So Di Maria is out. Marco Verratti is
Neymar is
doubtful,
out.
and Neymar is out. So those three.
Well, I think all I said is coming to play at the end of the day. I don't think PSG are going to beat Barcelona. I don't think PSG are going to go through. I don't think so.
Easy, my friend. Well, let's just address this first leg.
Okay, it's all right.
Let's
Well,
just address this first leg.
I said my
It's
piece, man.
using long throats. Already looking at the
Please
fan
mute your
already,
mic.
man.
Mute your mic. Mute your mic.
There's a long throat.
Thank you. Mute
So
your
okay,
mic.
so you're saying 3-1 to Barcelona. So basically, if that doesn't
Yeah.
happen, make sure you're the first in this post-match stream. If you get pimp slapped, I want you to be first in this stream, and I want you to
pimp
host.
slapped.
If Barcelona get pimp slapped, you're hosting the stream and the post-match, and I'll be a guest. So you can tell me to mute my mic. You'll be the host. What's this, guys? 87. Talk to me, man. Barca PSG.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting one. PSG here, they're coming back. I'm sure they would want to somehow avenge that 6-1 defeat at the Camp Nou.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, with that said, of course, the
But let me
spotlight.
ask you this: do you feel extra confident with no Neymar, or do you still say it's still PSG, or is there an extra bit of let's be a bit more aggressive because these guys don't have their best player?
I think I'm a little bit more confident, but I'm not going to say I'm like fully confident because, of course, there's still Mbappe. There's still Mbappe. There's still Icardi. There's still Serie, Draxler. There's still some good players. So, of course, I don't think Neymar's presence will make the team like drastically, significantly different. I still think it'll affect them, of course, but I don't think it'll be like I still think they have quality players. So, yeah.
If you had to pick a scoreline just for this first leg in Spain, what score do you visualize?
I'm probably going to be a little bit biased here because Barca is my team, but I think I'll say 2-1. I'm going to say very cautiously. Okay. I think we'll win 2-1.
Gatlock. So before I go to Gatlock, shout out to Football Hot member Almadist. Almadist, if you can look for his AVI, he's an Arsenal fan. And when you look at that comment there, spare your thoughts.
Ow.
Spare thoughts. Almadis, let me tell you this right now.
This is your participant FC, bro.
Wait. Laugh only once. That's AVI that he has. Nobody has that trophy, which is the Golden Premier League trophy. Actually, insult Wenger all he wants, 5 on this and that. He still has that Golden Premier League trophy. So it is what it is.
In the World Cup.
Do you know what else he doesn't have?
What?
The big ears. 2 decades. No, not 20 years. 2 decades in a competition, and you didn't win once. That is literally participant.
But it was the finals, man. It was in the finals.
Some would say that Henry messed up. That Henry had the chances and he flopped. He gave Henry the perfect platform and he flopped.
So you're telling me 2 decades, only 1 final?
I thought it was #no excuses, man.
No, but look, at least Arsene Wenger made it to the Champions League. I mean, we're Arsenal now.
But the funny thing is that you have jokers like Natsa beating his chest when his team has never sniffed the CL final. So that's where we're now going there. So Gatlock, you wanted to talk about Sevilla Dortmund first, and then
Yeah. I wanted to ask a question. What stream is this? Because I feel I'm lost.
This is the CL Champions League stream, talking about the Champions League round of 16 games.
Are we sure? Because Sevilla, Dortmund, and there's a dude called Yasser Said in here. Like, I'm confused.
Come on, respect. My Yasser Said he wants to be part of the crew, man. No, we are open here. We are open to all. We are open to all.
Yeah, like I'm a football fan, bro.
Yeah, right.
Oh, because of West Brom. Okay.
Hold on. Thank you for being here, Yasser. I've been looking for you to play this for you.
What?
Give me a sec.
The receipts are always ready, man.
Oh no.
Right.
Bro, I know I missed my payment. Gala, come on, bro.
In that game. That means that's gonna put pressure on Paris Saint-Germain. And I'm telling you guys, Manchester United could beat Paris Saint-Germain.
So sad.
We could beat them twice.
We could beat them home and away.
So, Side, you're telling me that Group H is the group that will be the most exciting, that will have the best matches.
I would tell you, there's going to be a possibility where PSG will have to fight on the last day to survive in the Champions League.
Ahead of Leipzig and Istanbul.
No, it's time. Look,
What are you on about?
Because
What
you
the
have
bloody hell are
it's
you
a
on
ranking
about?
though. It's a ranking though. Look, because if you finish third, you could drop down to Europa League. So that means there's only two
How are
spots.
PSG finishing third in this group? Are you on drugs?
There's a chance. Because I know. Because all I'm saying is Man United is not finishing third. So that means there's going to be two guys who battle out in second.
Oh, okay,
I predict to get PSG.
Okay, Side, thanks. That's enough for me. That's-
Damn, who is that guy? Damn, that guy didn't know what he's talking about.
Godflow, please. Talk
Bro,
about
like, I paid you, bro. Come on, bro. I made my payment. I mean,
Look, Sevilla Dortmund, man. Sevilla Dortmund, please, I beg you.
Don't worry, that receipt was before the payment. Sevilla Dortmund, bro. Look, to be fair, these two are just participating. One of them is going to get knocked out in the quarterfinals or semifinals, but it's going to be a decent game. Dortmund, I don't want to be harsh, but these guys are irrelevant. Let's be honest, okay? They're irrelevant. And
Dortmund or Sevilla?
Dortmund, they're irrelevant. Okay, like seriously.
Even with Erling Haaland.
Huh?
Even with Erling Haaland.
Erling Haaland only went there to, build his reputation, score a few goals, and that's it. We all know he's not going to stay there for long. Let's be honest. This guy is going to be a Bayern Munich striker or a Real Madrid striker, one of the above. Okay? Sancho is going to leave there soon. Let's be honest. This is the way of pass, like the passing through the tunnel, basically. Dortmund are like the tunnel. Okay? You go in, stay a while, you come out at the other end. That's who Dortmund are. As for Sevilla, you didn't get dropped down to the Europa League. Congratulations. Try and do something, please, okay? Because if they lose to Dortmund, that's going to be sad. They should just find a way to make sure that round of 16 participants who lose should find a way to drop down to the Europa League quarterfinals. Then they can go and win it again. Because
But how do you see this first leg going through? So you see that Sevilla will easily beat them in this first leg? Because some people have said 1-1, 2-2.
I would say easily. Sevilla at home, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I can see Sevilla winning, maybe 3-2.
So you're winning 3-2, I'm down. All right, guys, look, man. As you well know, we roll through on a pop-off Tuesday lineup preview, and I'll be on Twitch. I will be on Twitch doing my live watch along with me on Twitch for these two blockbuster games. Guys, I'm praying for a classic. And guys, before I stop, let me be fully clear here. Let me convince the business. Let me be fully clear here. Mbappe is trash. He's a brick. He's an imposter. He's a loser. Okay. Let me repeat, Mbappe is a loser. He's going to flop in the big game, and it was all a lie. It was all a lie. He's useless. And also, his name is Marco Verratti. His name is Marco Jeremiah Verratti. So please, keep that in mind. Kylian Mbappe.
Aren't you ashamed
Marco
of yourself?
Verratti.
Mbappe is going to ball.
Shameless, bro. Shameless.
Aren't you ashamed of yourself?
Look at this guy, bro. What is this guy doing, bro?
Because wait, you need to understand. So see, this is what you need to understand about me is that I call myself like the football analyst and everything, but what people need to realize is that I care a lot about certain.
This guy's a gentleman, bro.
Oh my god. You've been clipped so many times.
Guys, if this jinx is real, okay. let's work out what I need to do to get this narrative to go through. I'll do it because I'm so sad that guys, that if these things come through, I'll be really happy. And this is the thing. For Bayern fans, I'm sorry. Bayern fans, you deserve it. You deserved that win. Do you know how angry I was when Mbappe missed that chance in the final? just as I tried not to show it, I said, okay, look, I've got to be professional and everything. Do you know how angry I was when I was like,
Nah,
stupid.
I watched that stream. Bro, you were chesting it. I could tell, bro. You were chesting that.
So no. But in clear, okay, Mbappe, like I lied. He's not the project and everything. He's going to flop. He's going to flop on Tuesday. 100%. He'll flop.
Rashford is better, right? Rashford is better, right?
Rashford is better. Rashford is
Yes.
better. He's better.
Thank you. Grala, clip this, Grala.
He's flop. So guys, I'm sorry. I lied about Mbappe. I lied. I'm a liar. I lied. Mbappe is not the right thing and so forth. So guys, we shall see.
Reason is gonna show Mbappe
Everything
up.
for us. So guys, peace out. Stay true. Stay real. Stay sexy. Stay lovely. And your boys are. Peace out. Peace. Become a Patreon member. Get access to my blog. Get access to exclusive videos. And also get access to the podcast, to the Saturday and the Sunday Hangouts. Head over to patreon.com/halfwop to gain all these goodies while also supporting your boy, HH. What? What do you guys want, man? What do you want with the kid? What do you want with the kid? What do you want with this kid, man? What do you want with this kid? After credits gang, what are you saying? What are you saying, man? All right. I'll answer a few cues, man. What are you guys saying? Send in your cues, man. This is my presence to the after credits crew. The people, these are the hardcore football hotites. This is the hardcore football hotites, man. What are you guys saying, man? What are we saying, man? What are we saying? What are we saying? What are we saying, man? What are we saying? What's the kid. Nobody knows my age. Okay. Nobody knows my age. Guys, what's it called? That Justice League trailer was nonsense. I'm just keeping it a stack. And the Joker in that trailer was the biggest pile of trash. How do you follow Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix with that nonsense? Did he say that nonsense at the end of that freaking trailer? I hope you guys are happy. I hope you're all happy. That was a pile of nonsense, man. That was a pile of 100. Bro. We live in a society. And he's wearing a SWAT outfit. We live in a society. Batman. It is the cheesiest things I've ever seen in my life, man. I mean, Snyder is just so bad, man. He's just so bad, man. This, you know what? I can draw a parallel. This is similar to football. It is very similar to football in the tribalism. So DC guys, they're so like DC. Anything that they see, oh my gosh, it's amazing. Have you seen the level of CGI on Thanos? That is one of the craziest pieces of CGI I've ever seen in my life. Like, I remember the emotions when you see Thanos for the first time in the Infinity War trailer. You're like, damn. Bro, I swear to you, there are PS3 FMV graphics that are better than that, than Darkseid. That's freaking what's the name of the other villain in the whole thing? That's PS2 graphics, bro. The CGI in the FMVs in Final Fantasy VIII is better than some of the CGI in that nonsense right there, man. So, stupid, man. No, bro, that's the thing. I told you, a previous channel I had was I was knee deep in comic book films. After break after break after break after break after break after break, I said, boom, I'm done, man. I'm done. Oh, that's interesting. If you could go back in time and be in any halftime team talk, what would it be? Oh, bro. 05 CL final, for sure. For sure. I would like to be 2010 Mourinho. What did Mourinho... Because I think Thiago Motta was sent off in the first half. So I would have loved to see what Mourinho told those guys at halftime. But I told you, that is... If I ever find Benitez, that is one of my main aims in life. I want to know... And it's weird that nobody's actually done a documentary. It's like, what was Benitez's halftime team talk? Because that has to have been one of the greatest halftime team talks in history. It's like, you're 3-0 down in a final against that team where they've played you. How do you even psychologically get yourself? Because the game is over. Like, the game is done. So how do you even go in there saying, like, we even have a chance to do anything when you're 3-0 down, is that team, and you got so outplayed? So no, that halftime team talk would have been amazing. Which other good ones, man? Juve, Real Madrid. So I can see what's really happened. Like, did anything actually happen in that dressing room? Did Bonucci and Allegri fight? Because I said that the team I saw in that first half wasn't the same team that I saw in that second half. So yeah, the Juve one, for sure. Definitely to see what happened in that halftime one. Best Champions League 2 legs you have seen in your life. You know, that Bayern, I think it was the Bayern Real Madrid 2018. Was it the 2018 or the 2019? I think it was the 2018 semi, where I think Marcelo and Asensio scored in the first leg. And the second leg, it was really close when they really brought your Pancases back. Because those were two very close games. You see, the second leg was crazy, but I've forgotten what happened in the first leg of that Bayern Man United, where Robin scored that crazy goal in the second leg. You know what? Real Madrid Bayern was pretty crazy. The 2012 semi, Real Madrid, because those are two really good games. And I think it was 2-1 in both legs. Yes, I think those are the ones that stand out, man. Let me see any other ones. To be honest, just in terms of just drama and memorable, you have to say Liverpool, because that first leg was crazy in terms of Barcelona, and so in terms of drama, maybe that's Liverpool, Barcelona, based on what they did in the first leg and what happened in the second leg. But I just think in terms of how competitive the games were, I just remember that the Bayern Real Madrid 2018, and then the Real Madrid Juventus when Vidal was sent off and Asensio scored at in extra time. That was another crazy one. I think you know what? I think it was the Juve Bayern. That Juve Bayern when Vidal was sent off. Those were two crazy legs. Those are two crazy legs, man. All right, man. Is Koeman's improvement arc better than Gnabry's? Um, at the moment, yeah, I think yeah. I almost gave up on Coleman because it just seemed as if to be a very kind of basic player that was very predictable. But he's improved a lot. He's improved a lot. And I think Gnabry, I don't even know whether Gnabry has hit his ceiling, but I think right now his improvements has stopped, whether Coleman's improvements is continuing. So I think that Gnabry has maybe hit a slight brick wall. So I don't know whether has he hit his ceiling or maybe he's not going to continue to improve. I'm not sure yet. All right. Hey, do you think or believe you really jinx players? Yes, I do. I do believe slightly in the jinx because I joke by I do like. For instance, like every time I'm excited for a game, the game is crap. I can't help it because I just get very excited. So when I get excited for a game and I'm like really hyped for a game, the game 90% of the time is crap. Anytime I'm excited for a player and I really boost up a player, the player messes up. It's just that I find it very hard to contain my excitement, But I do see a pattern because it happens. Anything I'm excited for, the opposite always happens. The worst thing always happens. So yeah, I do think that. And so now, and I have to be aware of that jinx. So bro, if there's something I really want to happen, I've got to course correct. As much as I want to be excited about it, I've got to, boom, I want this to happen. Let me sacrifice myself and just not say anything. So for Mbappe, my lips are sealed. I'm saying nothing about Mbappe. So say 400% Mbappe, Verratti, I'm saying nothing. Because Chelsea, I'm saying nothing about Chelsea. Boom. Look what happened. Semis minimum, excited. I'm learning, But it's hard. It's hard to curb that excitement, man. What else you guys say, man? Maybe I'll give it about 5 more minutes before I have to go and watch this Attack on Titan, because I think that there's a new Attack on Titan app. So bro, come on over feel it. Wait. Vas, are you high or are you on drugs? Coman over Jao Felix. What? Are you sick? bro, relax. Relax, bro. Relax. But nah, relax, bro. Relax. Nah. Alright, what else you guys saying, man? So yes, so guys, remember, man, look, man, Tuesday, lineup preview, post-match stream straight afterwards, man. And also remember to check out the video I put up. Because I want you guys to send videos to me where you give predictions on all of these games, but I want you to do a video. So you send the video, and I want you guys to give your predictions on all of the games. So send that stuff to me. Send that stuff to me. I want to see that stuff, man. Who has the higher potential, Kunde, Upamecano, or Konate? Potential. I'd probably say Kunde. I like the look of the dude. Like, how old is Kunde even, man? Kunde. Wow, he's 22. Oh my God. France is too stacked. France is way. How many players do France have? Basically, France and Portugal are just they're way ahead. They have too many players. Because I just recently found out that Leao is Portuguese. But yeah, man, I mean, Kunde, because to be that good and that accomplished at 22, I think is crazy. So if he just continues to develop, maintains the experience and so forth, bro, by 26, 27, the guy will be a crazy defender. He'll be a crazy freaking defender. But yeah, man, France have too many guys. Way too many players, man. That is just... And sometimes that can be a hindrance because you may just have too many guys to choose from. But bro, if you're Deschamps or if you're Fernando Santos, you're like, man, I'm happy because now I have a wealth of talents to choose from. So I now have great and good healthy competition for the first team, man. Because look, because if you're Conde, stay at Sevilla, man. It works for you. The system works for you. Lopetegui is a really good defender. And who knows, man, if Sevilla beats Dortmund, Sevilla may be a team where you should maybe look at and say, Sevilla could do something. Sevilla could, I mean, if Sevilla, like, avoid Bayern Munich and any of the big dogs, look left, look right, let's say they beat Dortmund. Let's say they get, like, Atalanta or even Real Madrid in the next round. Boom, they could beat them. You could see Sevilla in the semis, man. It could very much happen, man. So that's my thing, man. But look, man, yeah, I mean, that PSG Barca game, man. I think maybe the game is going to probably be a bit more tighter. I just think because, and that's how it always happens, that whenever we just hype, the closer it gets, they're probably like, stuff is fine, man. Guys, man, let me jump off, man. Let me jump off. I need to go rest my bones. So, guys, again, peace out, stay true. After Credits Gang, man. Love, support your boy. Peace to the app, bro. Become a Patreon member. Get access to my blog. Get access to exclusive videos. And also get access to the podcast of the Saturday and the Sunday Hangouts. Head over to patreon.com/halfwop to gain all these goodies while also supporting your boy, HH.